Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Backwoods Horror Show. Oh, we got our special guest Steve back with us tonight.
Great to be back,
Appreciate you being
guys.
here.
Yeah, I'm great to be here. How the hell have you been?
Oh, pretty damn good. Oh, can't
I
complain
Well,
too
figured.
we
much.
didn't get blown away, so
No,
Yeah,
and
no, but
I thought
actually,
on the last episode, I thought we were just kidding about the Mater Nader, but we did get a
shoot, I
Nader.
forgot. Yeah, we
yeah.
did.
Hey, all I
Yeah, it
know is
ripped through
when
our
that
little town with a
intro was
vengeance.
going. Remember, I told you it's storming up here.
Mm-hmm.
My house
Mhm.
just shook. It was like kabang, and it's like I said, it's all loud again. So if you
Oh,
lose
dang.
me, it's because of the storm. Okay,
Yep.
but I have a
Yep.
beer. I am joining you guys tonight.
You're
I
prepared.
am
Awesome.
drinking
You're
the
prepared.
Spotted Cow. So we're good. Cheers,
He's
guys.
like, he's like, yeah, I've got to prepare for this shit show.
No, you kidding? I was looking forward to this. You don't hear you talking about tomatoes again, so I got to be here for
Oh,
this.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I got to say,
Oh.
after this movie, I am full fledged on a tomato kick now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're even
I-
drinking a Bloody Mary tonight.
Oh, he
Must
is.
have had one of them
Look at
little
that.
fellers attack you. And we grew up, you don't waste food. So, if we get attacked by a herd of tomatoes, we got to eat them after we take them out.
Yes, definitely. And as you can see, I still eat tomatoes. In fact, I made some with stewed tomatoes tonight. So just in honor of this.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we won't have Grandpa with us tonight. He's feeling a little under the weather.
Not
Tonight,
feeling
our
good.
thoughts and prayers go out to him. Get well soon,
Yep,
Paulie.
same to Big Mur. He's
Mm.
out on the sidelines with an injury as well.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see what
dang.
happens
But
when your neighbors.
we'll have them back soon. Okay.
Yeah.
They live in the same neighborhood. They have the same ailments. I don't. Maybe
Ooh.
it's making out disease. I don't know.
Did they
No,
go to summer
actually-
camp together or something? Or
I don't know.
They get hurt?
I did speak with Murray though. There might be a chance he might try to pop in. You never know.
Awesome.
But usually, like when he says he's not feeling good, he's not feeling good. He's having a
Yeah.
rough time. And besides, I don't want to go into detail what happened to him, but it was pretty graphic. It was,
Mm.
yeah. So, but he's doing good though. I mean, he's still Mur. He'll be on eventually. You'll get him.
Good. Yeah, definitely looking forward to having him on the show one of these days.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, their show, Neighbors Talking Shit, I get a kick out of it. Whenever they have it. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Especially
hey.
their introductions.
Oh, thanks. And speaking of that, I was doing some thinking, and I think I came up with an idea to make an intro for you guys for a special show. So if you ever want to do a
Awesome.
special. So, and
Sweet.
I'm just going to rattle the idea to you, and you tell me if you think you like it. Okay. It shows you guys basically in the General Lee, right? Like the Duke brothers, right?
Yeah.
You're having a great time. You're jumping things. It's so great. And then you got Uncle Jesse, which is going to be Grandpa. Okay.
Cool.
So what happens is you're going through all these things, jumping, yeehaw, doing all this stuff. And then eventually you wake up and realized you're getting towed by Grandpa, like in a Dodge Dart or something at the end.
I like it. That's pretty cool.
So-
That sounds
So
good.
yeah, I kind of thought, yeah, and then Grandpa's the tow driver basically, and he's just towing you guys in the back of this Dodge Dart or something. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we lost Cody.
Did we lose Cody?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I
Can you
still
hear
see
us,
him.
Code? I don't think he can hear us.
Oh, he can't hear us. I can see him though.
Nope. Uh-oh. I bet he has to dip out for a minute and come back.
No,
Must be that
It's-
great.
it's
Internet
that Bloody
service out
Mary
there.
messing with him.
Might be.
Yes.
He might have a little mater juice in his ears. That's why he can't hear us. Because I think we can hear him. I heard him say something a while ago. We
He
always have
looks
technical
confused,
difficulties.
doesn't he?
He always looks like that. So
I don't think he can hear us.
Mm-mm.
You'll see the replay and then we'll get a message probably. So
Yep, he's trying to figure it out. I see him. He's in deep concentration right now.
Yeah, he's definitely thinking.
Oh,
Okay, can you hear me now?
oh, yes. Now we
Am I
can hear
back?
you.
Okay.
Yep, you're
Can't
back.
hear that you're
I
back.
got a phone call. And when I hung up on it, you guys were gone. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That screws me up every time. Whenever I'm using my phone for this, yeah, it bleeps me out. I can't hear you guys. You can't hear me. Every time.
Well, guys, I came prepared to get the show going for you guys to help you. So here, we'll start it off right here.
Oh, shoot yeah. Killer tomatoes.
You know, they tried to make it the same.
Yeah. Gave it a little upbeat for the year it
It
was
definitely
made,
has
you
an
know?
80s feel.
Yes.
So there you
Yes,
go.
it does. This one had a great, and see,
Th-
I thought I'd seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes all along, and I'd never had. It was always a return of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes that I grew up watching.
See, no, I was the
And after
opposite.
seeing Return, you realize, yeah, you didn't ever have to really watch the first one.
See, but I grew up seeing the first one and never saw the second one
Really?
until you guys invited me on the show, and I looked and I'm like, holy crap, there's a couple more tomato movies, and I never knew it. Just goes to show I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention, you know?
Yeah.
But George Clooney with his acting straight off the appearance on Facts of Life.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, when you see him in this movie, it's surprising he still had a career after that.
Yes. Yes. This one did a little better though at the box office, and they actually had a little bit of a budget for this one. They had $1 million for the budget, and at the
But they
box
still
office,
made it look super cheap.
oh yeah,
As every chance they could, you know. That's what I love about it. From the
they had
opening with the mad painting of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact,
Well, not only that, and even the dollar movie intro, you know, and they've got duct tape over Attack, or
there you go.
you know, and they've got Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're just ripping off the old poster. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out great, but it made a little money. This one made $5 million in the box office, so.
Well,
And
enough
no
to spawn
helicopter
2
crashes.
sequels, and yeah, no helicopter casualties. Very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very important. Of course, there's several years between these two. What was it? Yeah, it was a 10-year span. So.
Yeah.
They
88,
had
I think. Yep.
Yep,
So
1988.
guys, hey, just to make you aware right now, I've got tornado sirens going off here. So I'm just keeping right here. In fact, Murray's actually listening to the show right now. So Murr, message me if you hear anything in this area. But yeah, the sirens are definitely going off here. So that's number 25.
You have a basement?
Yeah, below me. That's all right.
Good deal.
You know what? Hey, I'm riding it out with you guys. All right. I will still report as I'm flying through the air. I will still report to you guys. Okay.
I'd be like, wow, Steve's even better at these animations than I thought.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, here's some music.
If it gets too bad, be sure and retreat down there, though, man.
Now, if I'm gonna get sucked out the roof, I want to do it. Big breasted girls go to the beach.
That is, you definitely want to do that. So
yes. That's a catchy tune. It really is. I mean, it gets your attention. Wait, what?
I've had that stuck in my head for like the last week.
I have too.
The soundtrack in this movie is just classic.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I grabbed a few of them to play for you guys, so I put them on my machine, so I got them all ready.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, and we had quite a few of the original cast in this. Of course, John Astin, George Clooney was a new one. Terry Weigel, or Weigel, however you pronounce her name, was a playmate that was in this one that didn't get much screen time. Did she ever show her specialties in it? I don't remember.
She did, because New World Pictures wanted the movie to be rated R, but the director and producers wanted to keep it PG-13.
So
they didn't use the topless scene.
Yep. What a waste.
So she could have had a topless scene with.
She was surprisingly, of course, she went to porn, and surprisingly, as of 2021, she was still working a little bit.
I'm checking. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at the radar right now.
It didn't look bad. Then Karen M. Waldron and Anthony Stark. The synopsis of this one is: mad scientist Professor Gangrene is cooking up the second coming of a great tomato uprising in a world where tomatoes have been outlawed.
Mr. Nanner's in the house. How's it going, Nanners? Yes, he said, I love this movie. Well, I think we all, which you'll find out toward the end of the show, but I think we all love it too, kind of. But, of course, when I was 12 or 13, I first watched this. I loved it for, particularly one reason. But yeah,
there were certain spots in the VHS tape that wore out. Rewinding slow motion.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, Mr. Nanners, Morgan Welborn himself is right now, I believe, still running the Finishing Funds Indiegogo campaign for Elvira's Haunted Asylum. I think it's got a few days left, so get over there and show a little love to the project, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yes, it will be. Awesome character that he's come up with. Oh, gotta grab another beer, guys. Oh, these are going down way too smooth tonight.
For a second, I heard that walking. I'm like, is there something getting thrown at my window outside? Like branches?
I'm in the man cave. I got flip-flops on down here. Because I got my wood furnace down here with me, so there's wood chips and stuff in the floor. I don't run around barefoot down here. But yeah, let's see where the first in this movie, you really don't know what you're getting into. The opening scene with the dollar movie telethon or whatever that was, and then they cut to the pizza delivery scene, and you're
Finletter's Pizza, Wilbur Finletter, our parachute dragon, sword wielding war hero of the first Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That decided after tomatoes were outlawed, he'd open a pizzeria, and they use everything except for tomato sauce to make pizza. Strawberry
because
jam.
Tomatoes, Congress banned tomatoes in the United States.
Could you imagine having a strawberry jam as your pizza sauce on a cooked pizza?
Do you guys remember
molasses?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizzas that come with all like the wild shit on them, and they were mostly horrible?
Oh yeah.
Were they frozen? Or are you talking when Pizza Hut did? Because Pizza Hut did a promo with them once, didn't they?
No, I'm talking about the frozen ones. Yeah.
Frozen? I don't remember those.
I don't know if our Pizza Hut ever had those. They might have. We just didn't know.
They did the promo, but it was, I forgot what they done. It wasn't nothing crazy. I can't even remember what it was.
Like turtle meat or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It was still pizza, but it was shaped in like little turtle. I think one of the toppings was shaped in little turtles.
I like me some turtle meat.
Yeah, turtle meat with a little bit of rat. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Chinese restaurant, ain't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
It could have been.
You forgot about the cat.
Oh, cat, rat, dog, turtle. Yes.
There you go.
So follow us for more recipes.
So when they did the intro in this movie, didn't they go into like my background where it was like the girls, the big-breasted girls? Right?
Yes, right in the very beginning. Yeah, because it was like two guys starting the movie, and it's like, hey.
Well, they're supposed to show that.
We're supposed to start this one. This is right.
We played this one last
movie. I know, but I like this movie.
See, that's what Cody would have said. Leave this one on.
Yeah.
Tomatoes later.
Oh,
but But give them props, because what a name for the scientist too, Dr. Gangrene.
Gangrene, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a great
Yeah.
classic name.
And what I love right from the
Yes.
start, once again, these guys are never afraid to poke fun at themselves.
Yes.
No, not at all.
And they hide, they're somehow miraculously able to hide really, really clever writing and make it look, they disguise a really well-written movie as a bad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
knew it wasn't going to be Oscar worthy,
yeah.
so they were just having fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, they're
Clever as
following
hell.
up Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, a very worthy sequel.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's what I grew up with. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. And I've heard people complain that grew up with seeing the original first that they don't like this one because it doesn't have the same feel. It's not as well. It doesn't look as low budget, and it's actually a very well shot film.
You're right though. It definitely had a different feel.
Yeah.
But that being
Well,
said,
yeah,
it had an 80s feel. I mean, it
I was about to
screams
say, yeah.
80s.
The
And it was
first one
the
had a
80s,
70s feel, and then this
Yeah.
one was birthed in the 80s. So yeah, you've got a 10-year gap between them
Another
both.
big
so.
difference is you probably figure the first one was filmed on reel-to-reel film, where it was probably camcorder,
like an 8mm camera or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a different feel right there too.
Oh yeah. But the little feller driving around town going to deliver the pizza to Professor Gangrene's house, and then that opening when he goes and knocks on the door, and like the door opens and then it's just all her blacked out, a little smoke coming out, it's just like, if you're a young teenage adolescent boy back then when this come out and you're hooked to this movie right then, it's like, because you just watched the beach and then you got her seductively walking toward the camera.
Oh yeah,
And
right on the first scene you get side boob.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, like nowadays kids wouldn't understand it because they can see boobies anytime they want. Yeah, right there's the first time you get to
There
see
you go.
the
See, now I
tomato
got
woman.
this where you could see her in different shots too.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely picked the
We'll go
right
back to
actress
that
to play
later.
her part. Yeah, it was
And-
just
And she did a great job too. You think
Yeah.
a young actress, a lot of them, especially in this type of movie, you don't expect good acting. But I thought she was great as. I mean, I totally believed her as a tomato person,
I did
True.
too. Matter of fact,
and
I'm
I
gonna try to-
totally believed that she could do amazing things with a lawn chair, 6 milk bottles, and a tuning fork.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the secret ingredient. I've been working on this. And it hasn't worked yet. The most toxic thing I've tried though to use on these tomatoes was Steel Reserve beer, and I don't think it's done much to them. It made a
Well,
little
you
bugs
have
want
to
to eat 'em,
use
but
you have to use the Pabst Blue Ribbon and play Kenny G music.
I don't want to make gay tomatoes. It is Pride Month, you know.
So- Oh.
Oh my gosh, we would start a new Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and all the tomatoes would be gay. Instead of killing people, they'd be raping all the men.
All on meth.
Oh man. Hey, we just thought of a new sequel right there.
It's
They
the
wouldn't be afraid of gerbils anymore. Tomatoes.
Yes.
I like that, Z. The Woke Mater movie.
Yeah, the woke tomatoes. Yeah.
And when you squish them, they leave like a little 5 different colors on the bottom of your shoe instead of just red.
Yeah, is it red? No, it's the rainbow. Oh, we're canceled.
Oh, that's what we like about Rumble. If it was YouTube, yeah, they done kicked us off. Yeah. And then then he's talking. Another thing on this, you don't realize that's a tomato girl yet. And he's talking to her. And he's like, "So, can I ask you something? When
I
do you
don't
hang
care.
out here or whatever?" And oh no, he's like, well, "You hang out here, what are you? Are you his niece or something?" Oh no, I'm his lover
His daughter.
and his maid, and I cook. And he's like, "What?" And then the gardeners notice, the gardener Rambo tomatoes, and
Yeah,
they're smashing the 2x4s
yeah.
with their arms and that.
Wish Rambos.
Yeah. And then she notices that he sees them over there. She says, "Those are our gardeners and carpenters and something else. They are definitely not tomato men."
Those are gardeners and carpenters,
Kidding.
definitely not tomato men.
Yeah.
And what I love about these, when he creates them, they come fully clothed and armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, in camo.
I mean, we got to learn how to grow tomatoes like he does and transform them. I mean, not just for for her, but I mean, could you imagine if we could turn tomatoes into ammunition, Cody?
Oh shit!
That'd be great. It'd be better than reloading.
I would say what if we could turn tomatoes into beer, but I don't like that Clamato beer.
Mm-mm. I call it chlamydia beer. It don't leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It's not
Yeah,
very
you
good
said
at
it.
all.
Okay, guys, I'm in the clear. It looks like the tornado warning went to the county just north of me now, so we're good.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Good
fuck those
deal.
guys.
Awesome.
Wait.
The Mater bubble protected you. It pushed it away.
It did. It did. Yes. Well, if
See down here,
worst
we've
case-
got a meth bubble that pushes bad weather away from us.
All the fumes.
Yep.
I was so happy when you guys asked me to be on here because I was going to take that off of the machine. And you said, no, you have to come back for the sequel. So I'm like, it's staying on the machine.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah,
Okay, now getting back to the girl, right? Now you got to keep in mind that when she does leave the lab, remember she goes to that pizza place with the strawberry jam.
Yeah.
What's one of the first things she says? She goes, "Should we make love now?"
Yeah. Do you want sex? What?
But she said, let me see. How many was it? It was
Oh, he took notes.
200 or
Yeah.
237 or 637 sexual positions.
Yeah. Yes.
She sounds like a nice girl.
Oh, the physical
guy.
comedy in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What he said? He said, "Can you hold on a
Oh,
minute?" He
perfect.
just fucking takes his cup of ice and soda and just splashes it in his face.
Yeah.
Oh, and seriously, what guy is going to look at her and be like, "No, wait a minute, slow down.
I'd been making special toppings on the pizzas. All I'm going to say, I wouldn't have been like, no.
Yeah, to me, the
I
store's
wouldn't.
closed.
Hey, I would have not cared if I would have had to pick tomato seeds out of my teeth later. It'd been worth it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, but yeah. Oh, this
I
scene
wouldn't
was
have given a
hilarious.
shit that she was eating plant fertilizer.
Mm. Remember, that was one of the big.
I never
Big,
thought of that one.
Yeah, it would be a little rough, but I'd figure out a way to manage it.
Breath would be a little, but what the hell?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you got to take the good with the bad.
That's
But
Yeah.
but the whole reason she ran away though was one of the big plot points in this too. Was, remember, they went down to the lab after he'd got onto her for bumping the pet snake or whatever and really offended her. And then Professor Gangrene goes down to the lab and goes, what the hell's this? And the little furry tomato is floating in the vat, and he's like, what kind of a tomato abomination is this? It's a mutant. And he gave it to the other guy, said, go get rid of it. Get rid of it
Yes.
now. We can't have this. It's no telling what's going to do. Yeah, FT. And
Fuzzy
she takes
tomato,
liking to it, and she's like, I'll take care of you. And then she leaves and then goes out to them. And George Clooney, his best acting role yet. I mean, but he's like the best friend you got that picks up all the women and you can't pick up nothing. He comes back to the apartment after this guy takes this girl home. And we get the shower scene. That teaser of a shower scene. I'm like,
Oh, I remembered it being much more graphic as a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, back then we didn't have phones and didn't have access to all you had. The only way
Guys,
you
I
got
was
to
pretty
see stuff
sure
like
there
that.
were boobs pressed against the glass. That never happened.
Hey, and we
No.
learned something valuable. You always wash your produce when you get it home.
You're very right.
Yes.
But wait a minute. His produce was already pre-washed because remember she walked through a storm to get to him, so he could
That is
skip
true.
that step. I wonder.
I get little
wonder
messages.
if,
I'm afraid it's here. Okay.
I wonder if she would have to shave if she'd had like that tomato fuzz behind you. If she'd have tomato fuzz going on down there instead.
Do the drapes match the curtains? Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a little weird. But wait, you reckon?
And what about
you know,
what about when it's her time of the month?
yeah, is it going to be tomato sauce or is it going to be
Ketchup? I mean,
Puree. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. V8.
Oh nope, I got it. Nope, it'd be a Bloody Mary.
Oh, the more you know. The more you
Just
know.
have to feed her spicy
Damn
food,
it.
so it'd be a spicy. But
we're
George Clooney
unlocking the
comes home,
mysteries of this film.
and it makes you question what he did that night because he's coming home in the morning, and the first thing he does is he wants to brush his teeth. So he did something a little conspicuous that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he goes in there to brush his teeth, and she's in the shower. He thinks it's his buddy, which is a little weird to me because I'm sorry if my buddy's in the shower, I can wait to brush my teeth. I'm not going in there. I don't want to see Cody naked in the shower. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want Cody to open the door and look at me and go, "Towel,
Yeah.
please."
They usually only
No.
see me naked out in public.
Yeah, we're
Just
not in a
home.
confined space. But he goes to his buddy, and his buddy's just waking up. He's like, "Man, I had the best dream." And he's like, "Yeah, she's still in our shower." And she's like, "What? She's real?"
Yeah.
Yeah, the acting on this was, for the movie, it was spot on from damn near every one of them.
Now, by
You
this
know-
point, had Clooney already done his win a date with Rob Lowe thing at the mall?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's why he
hilarious
couldn't-
because he went on to be way huger than Rob Lowe ever was. But Rob Lowe was a heartthrob in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, Rob Lowe would have been bigger, but remember he got caught with that sex scandal with the underage girl.
Oh,
That's what kind of slowed him down. Yeah. There's video of it too. Yeah.
Yeah, and they haven't drained the swamp in Hollywood yet. So.
Oh. But, you know, I don't know. I don't blame them too much. I mean, it is wrong if the girl's underage. I will say that, right?
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes it's not really the guy's fault. These girls know what they're
it's
doing.
not. Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I knew a guy that went to the bar, and this girl was buying drinks. She had a fake ID. And he took her back to his place. And all of a sudden, his front door's kicked in, and it's the highway patrol, and it's her parents. And they're like, "She's underage." And he's like, No, she had an ID. She bought me a drink. You know, she had an ID. And of course, she went running to her mom and dad crying and put
Yeah.
on a show. And yeah, he got charges put on him for that. And I'm like, man, that's a crock of shit.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing. He wound up marrying the woman later. They're together right now. Seriously. Yeah, but he still has the charges on him. They can't get him dropped.
Is this
not a
the
crack of-
Travis story?
No, it's not me. It's not me. No. I used to get pictures of ID and took pictures of them and screenshot them. You know?
Okay. I thought this was one of those moments. Travis, were you that kid?
I listened to that Hank Jr. song really well and paid attention. So I made sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then she pretty much moves in with them. It's pretty neat, but she's very strange.
Yes.
Yeah, like when George Clooney's talking, and she looks at the guy she slept with. I can't remember his name. The little kind of nerdy guy. She's like, oh, by the way, did you enjoy the sex last night? And George Clooney's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know?
With that great facts of life acting he had back then.
Yeah.
He was still used to acting on
And
sitcoms at that point.
Anthony Stark, he's just like, sure.
Yeah.
And then later on, they're talking to George Clooney's like, she knows how many positions? What? But then they find the fertilizer in the bathtub and this and that, and then strange noises, but it's a little FT. Oh, how about
Well, I like what
FT?
Clooney says whenever Chad shows him the fertilizer in the shower, and he's like, "So she's organic."
Yeah, so she's a little organic. So what?
No, wasn't she eating it in bed too?
Yeah, the sticks, the fertilizer sticks.
Yeah, the fertilizer sticks. Yeah, the Miracle Grow fertilizer sticks. Hey, I can put up with a little bit of Miracle Grow in the bed sheets. You know, no big deal. Hell, maybe it helped me out on this area too. Oh, and how about the FT's chase scene where he falls out the window and they go chasing through town with him?
Yeah.
But my thing was, he didn't even look like a tomato to me. But as soon as everybody sees him, they didn't even question what he was.
Tomato.
Yeah, it's a tomato.
That looks nothing like a tomato.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, not even a moldy tomato, because a moldy tomato isn't still red. It's all kinds of different colors.
Correct. I mean, if you saw this thing walking down the street, what is it, a Muppet?
Yeah, a Muppet cracked out on meth is what I would think if I saw it.
Reminds me of why I don't wear short-legged pants. That one time that bee flew up there and stung me on the right testicle. It looked a lot like that.
The more you know.
Oh. Yeah, that's a rough.
We all just got silent, like, ooh, no.
I don't think anybody that's listening's got testicles went on that one.
They just kind of shriveled. Like no.
Everybody that's been bee stung anyway.
Yeah.
That's a tender area.
Speaking of that, I just was flipping around channels and The Swarm was on last night. You remember that one from 78?
Yeah.
So yeah. So all right, but back to tomatoes.
Yeah.
What about Igor?
So we've established she's a sweet, sweet girl. She ran away from home. She has a fuzzy pet that looks like a tomato that everybody's not confused. They all know it's a tomato. And she's got, or the guy's got George Clooney as a roommate, which is not odd, right? It could happen.
Yeah, but would you want it to happen?
No.
No. Exactly.
No.
George Clooney, yeah, they live with that pretentious fuck.
Yeah, you bring a girl home, she'd be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom, and you wouldn't see her again.
Yeah.
She'd be gone.
Although in this, if you notice, George Clooney has a big mole on his face.
He does?
Yes.
Is it like Men in Tights where he goes, excuse me, sir, but your mole has moved? He's like, I have a mole.
That was a great scene in that movie. Robin Hood, yes. I have a mole.
I have a mole.
Well, this is before he made it big and could afford plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So
let's see here. Well, I got that background with all the guys. So here we can take a look here. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God. What's with Scuba Steve there? And wow.
Oh, he was the from the original movie.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch
because you had him.
Yeah, Sam
the
Smith.
Parachute guy and the scuba guy. Yeah.
Swimmer,
and Sam, in the Master of Disguise, I think before he turned into the Black Lone Ranger, he was a black sumo wrestler at first, because he really put on a lot of weight in 10 years.
In 10 years, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, he did. Yeah, because he definitely had a thinner face in that scene with the tomatoes when he has to pass the ketchup. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. He definitely would have filled out his tomato costume better now.
Yeah, you just assume he got killed in the first one, but They brought him back
Clooney
anyway.
is rivaling Travis for the glorious mullet look right now. Look at that.
Heck
He's
yeah.
working on it. That's kind of just the 80s semi-fro is what I like to call it, where they had it feathered and layered going back.
Not too bad.
Mm-mm.
I'm looking. I can't.
Oh, and
I think
just
Rocking
when
the
you
denim
think this
jacket.
movie, just when you think this movie is starting to take itself pretty serious, then all of a sudden you hear the director yell, "Cut, cut, cut," and they start doing the fundraiser scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Where they're putting product placement
We've run out of
in
money,
everything. Yeah.
Wow.
well, this was brilliant
yeah.
because they actually had this. The 80s is when product placement started becoming a really big
Oh,
thing
yeah.
in movies, and they were obligated to have product placement, so they chose not to be discreet about it and just make a joke out of it, and it worked fantastically.
Oh yeah. Well, even Gangrene's lab coat had Pepsi logo on the back of it when he turned around.
Hey, anyway, pay the bills, okay? That's how they do it.
Yeah.
And when they're on the Suzuki Quad Runners and they go on their whole diatribe,
they're Hondas.
no, it was Suzuki. I'm sure.
Sure, I
wrote it down.
It was Hondas.
Oh, you wrote it down.
It was Quad Runners. It was Quad Runners.
Was it? I could have swore it was Hondas.
That's right, because that would have been the time when the 3-wheelers were banned by that point, so they were the 4-wheelers, right? With the quad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they were. I like it when they're going through their whole spill about what was it? San Diego Suzuki. Get yours now, and George Clooney's like, all right. Do we have enough money to finish this turkey yet?
See, my question would be, do you think Clooney would acknowledge this movie if you walked up to him and you said, "Hey, I loved your acting. I loved you in that movie." Do you think he'd talk to you about it?
I saw him talk about it in the interview, just briefly,
Long
and
time ago.
they asked what the worst movie was he ever did.
That's the one he chose.
I don't agree. I think he done great acting in this one. All of his other movies I've seen have been shit. I mean, but
Well, he was in that Facts of Life movie that was really horrible.
What about, wasn't he in Grizzly 2?
Was he in Grizzly 2? I know Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez were.
I think he was. I think he was in either Grizzly 1 or 2, but I think it was part 2.
it wasn't 1 because 1 was 69, 71, 72.
I'm just
It was
saying.
really
if
early.
a bad
I'm
movie.
looking right now.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh,
Okay.
damn it. We're going to have to cover that movie now.
What, Grizzly?
Grizzly 2.
Oh, okay.
Grizzly, yeah, he was in Grizzly 2 Revenge. Yep.
There you go.
That was back in
Okay.
83.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Yeah,
that
he's
this
still
was
trying
the
to get
worst
his-
one. That's kind of.
Yeah, no joke, because I imagine Grizzly 2 was a shit show.
Well, they gave it a 2.7 rating. So
Out of 10?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a burning dumpster fire right there. Yeah.
What about
Mhm.
this movie though? What was the rate? I bet you already covered it, but what was the rating for this one that they gave?
Well, this kind of pole vaulted his career.
Yeah.
This one got a 5.2.
See that? Oh,
It's a fun movie.
Killer Tomatoes was the worst. Was like no, Grizzly 2 was. I guess he
Dude,
forgot about
hey.
that one.
His best rating was a TV miniseries back in 78 where he played a young man carrying a barrel. It was an 8.3. After that, his next best was playing a guy on the Golden Girls for one episode. And that was an 8.2.
I guess he was a MILF hunter in that one, or a guilt
Yeah,
hunter.
he played Bobby Hopkins.
Bobby Hopkins, and he strolled out of Blanche Devereaux's bedroom. he
He was a
covered
wrinkle
it.
chaser.
Yes.
Hey, that's Sophia giving head.
Oh,
That-
With the
that's
teeth
the-
out. With the teeth out.
Back in
No,
Sicily.
yes.
That's the sound it makes when you're trying to wiggle them panties off of them things.
Yeah. When it's 20
Would it-
below. Yeah. Oh,
It's almost
sad.
like on zombie strippers where it takes the bottom off and throws it and sticks to the wall and slowly slides down.
Yeah. Oh God. There's some things I try to forget, but you
I
just keep
can't.
bringing them back up.
The twisted shit
getting
just,
back-
it sticks and stays.
Getting back to the tomatoes, because you left off talking about it when she said, "How was the sex last night?" Right? You got to remember the music that played during that, okay? Which was this.
Boy, am I glad you're
Touch
not
me
then.
Oh yeah. Oh hell, that we forgot all about the mime that's following them around when this is
I
playing
love
too.
the mime. Yeah. When they're out on their montage date,
Yeah,
Yes.
she drags him
I
into a
think they're
sex
walking in
store.
front of the San Diego Zoo. Yeah, and he
Yep.
that's where he shows up. You're like, okay, a mime in front of the zoo. That's believable. Then when they're on the beach, he's out there following them around, and he chases them
Don't
off.
forget
Then when they go into
the sex store. She pulls him into the sex store, and the mime shows up in the sex store. And he pushes her out, and then they go to the beach, and that's finally when he's had enough, and he's chasing
knocks
the
them-
mime down the beach.
no, the beach is first, isn't it? Because it doesn't. He punches the mime in the face in the sex shop.
I thought it was the last one
Wait,
on the beach. I don't remember.
I think
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think the beach came first, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he punched a
I should
mime
remember.
in the porn shop. That's
The mime was making lewd mime gestures.
See,
He was
I got-
asking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but I've just that sentence was great. I need to watch this movie.
Poe's like,
You haven't
"I'm
seen
gonna
it?
watch this thing now.
Hey, Poe. Hey,
Oh,
Poe,
it's
and for
fun.
you, another Robin Hood reference. A mime is a terrible thing to waste. There you go.
Oh, this movie's a lot of fun.
I have a mole.
Oh yeah.
Have a moment.
That's going to be in my head for a week now again.
Yeah,
Blow.
Oh, and wasn't Igor following them around when they were on their date scene too?
I love this. That he's
remember.
what he's
Yeah.
driving. He drives
A
he
trash
wants
truck.
to be a news. Yeah, he wants to be a news anchor so bad. He's got a trash truck painted up as a news
Yeah.
truck.
And it's got like a
And
TV household satellite mounted to the top
Yeah.
of it.
Yes. They spared no expense. No expense.
And he's trying to conspicuously tell them in this giant trash truck.
Yeah. And then he shows up at the beach and he's got short shorts on. But he's still got a suit top and shirt and tie on that he's wore through the whole movie because he had a suit and tie through the whole movie. But at the beach, he wears short shorts with that.
Well, the director actually said there was a reason for that because he worked for a local news station for a while, and he said a lot of the anchors, the male news anchors, because they only see them from the waist up, and a lot of them just dress comfortable. They wear shorts and tennis shoes
Yeah.
underneath all, with their dress jacket on.
I get it.
It could happen.
Yeah.
We wore some weird stuff in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh,
which
yeah.
is now making a comeback because every young person I see is
no
got
joke.
some sort of 80s or even 90s like clothes
Yeah.
on, like bright colors are coming back and neon
Oh, yeah.
and all that shit.
Remember the 90s windbreakers? All the bright
Yeah.
colors with the jagged cuts in them and stuff. Yeah, they're making a comeback.
I remember.
I remember in school a big thing was parachute pants.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't wear them because I couldn't stand them. You could hear somebody walking behind you just.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. And right
Yeah,
when they
see, now-
started to die, MC Hammer brought them back.
Yeah. See, now when I was in school, it was
Yeah.
like jean jackets, and you had like the pins of bands like Van Halen, REO. You had
Yeah.
all those. Yeah.
So you
boom
but
boxes.
you were like you were a metalhead or you're a rocker, so you had that cool shit on, right? I mean,
Well, no, I wasn't a rocker. I just tried to fit in.
oh, okay.
Is what it was. Yeah. No.
Rocker is.
No, I was. How could I put? I know it's. You
You're like
see
a
me
rock-
do the stuff with the intros, the computer stuff, but I was actually kind of a jock back then. I played sports, so like when you see like Grandpa and Murray talking about shows and stuff or cartoons, I have no clue what they're talking about because I was outside playing sports. You know, I didn't really watch them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and I'm just a year older than Paul, so that's it. But I don't know. I was outside playing sports, hanging with girls. I wasn't watching a lot of cartoons, so nothing against it. You know, I had a lot of friends that did it, but I just would rather be outside. You know,
He's telling on you, Grandpa.
He's like, I first saw this movie last week. I'm sorry, when it came out, I was too busy getting pussy. It's like, sorry.
Mic drop.
yeah.
I love it.
But no, and see, and the other thing too, I didn't really watch a lot of cartoons because, you know, like I said the last time we all got together, you know, I grew up with a fixed cable box. I had a sister that worked at a video store, so I watched a ton of movies back then.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch a
you-
lot of TV.
You skipped the cartoons and went straight to the adult movies. Yeah, I see.
That's pretty much. Well, I did
Yeah.
watch the cartoons in the 70s when the Saturday mornings were really good. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I got in the teens, you know, started playing sports, had paper routes, girls started coming to play,
Yeah.
and that's
See,
when it all
I got-
changed.
I got ripped
There
off
you
on
go.
the Saturday morning cartoons because, like, when I was like 9 to 10, between 9 and 11, they came out with the sitcom Saturday morning thing. So the cartoons were
Oh,
gone, and it
God,
was
Hated that.
live
Yeah, like-
action young kid soap
Yeah.
operas. Pissed
come on.
me off.
You watched Saved
Yeah.
by the Bell, didn't you?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Saved by the Bell, I did. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that wasn't Saturday morning. That was later on in the evening. Oh, Kelly Kapowski. Hell yeah, I watched Saved by the Bell. I mean, hey,
I'm sorry.
that's probably why I like that chick so much. Look at Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
And look at the lead chick in this. They're like, oh, they can be sisters.
I
They
think
could be. In
You know, I never thought about that.
Bayside High
Tiffany
School.
Amber Thiessen and her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bayside High School was just a major sex trafficking ring because they would go and they would order pizza at Max's all the time. Hello.
True.
Hey, you know, speaking of that, did you guys ever see those things on YouTube with that Zach Morris's trash?
I've heard of it, but I never watched any of the video.
You want to laugh?
The shit.
Watch that stuff because they talk about how much of a dick he is.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
like he'd sell out his friends just to get popularity and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. He
Yeah.
did. It treated Screech like shit. And
Yeah.
dude, I'm telling you, it was a sex trafficking thing at Bayside, and Mr. Belding was behind it all. I said it
Yeah.
here first.
If you
Okay.
think about it, every time they had a new girl on there, she only lasted 2 episodes
Dude,
and then she
what
was
happened?
gone.
What happened?
you know-
to
Yep.
Jesse's brother? What happened to him? What happened to
no.
the new girls?
Now, in that Zach Morris's trash episodes, they talk about people coming and you never see them again, and they say they probably fucking killed themselves. You know, that's what they say every episode.
You know, it makes sense. That's how Zach always had his money. He was the lead ringer on the sex trafficking. He'd bring the new girls in, woo them, and then ship them off.
And then what was it? The Micro Machines guy, Mr. Testaverde, would talk them into sex trafficking. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He was real fast.
Ding! Oh
And then
yeah,
when the
okay.
cops show
Jump
up-
in the van.
What?
Cops show up, time out.
You know, it makes a lot of sense when you think about
Everybody
it. 'Cause
freezes.
How else could have Zach afforded one of those big brick cell phones back then?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Exactly.
dude. Look, I like what he just did. That's when Zach just gave everybody like the roofied
know.
everybody, and that's how he was able to do
It
that.
was locked up.
And he got out of
I
it. He
didn't-
was gone.
Everybody
I
was
didn't know. I didn't know
but-
fentanyl was a thing back then. Everybody just froze.
it was a drug den, sex trafficking high school.
Well,
I'm just
the
saying.
fentanyl came into play with it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm
Caffeine
scared.
kills my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach slips
Oh,
he slips some meth in there, some Eisenberg level meth.
Backwoods
Well,
covers the horrors of Saved by the Bell.
I'm telling you, we do a deep dive on Saved by the Bell, and people
Oh.
see how not wholesome it was. So
well,
I'm
his
telling-
uncle Bill Cosby, Oh wait, the more you know, Cody. The more you know.
Come on.
Sorry, Bill Cosby.
Go ahead, that's it. Run out, run out.
Screaming, and he was getting chased by chicks.
Cody's just Cody's just so upset we're ruining his childhood memories of Saved by the Bell. He's just been numb through this
I
whole
was not a Saved by the Bell fan. I wasn't.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kelly Kapowski, yes, but Jesse,
I was a tip of the Amber Thiessen fan. Just not a fan of the
Yeah.
show.
Still am.
and I watched that stripper movie that Jesse girl did.
Showgirls, oh my God.
Showgirls. Of
That
course,
was
I
just
did
a little
think
bit
I was a little
too
overboard
much.
with that waving around she did. That was kind of.
That's
Well,
what
she
happened.
had to wave something because she didn't have nothing to
She
shake
was
up top.
like-
So I mean,
Didn't bother me one bit.
She was hitchhiking from Bayside, ended up in
Yeah.
Vegas as a showgirl.
Yes.
That's what she did to get across country. I'm telling you, dude, we're busting this conspiracy. Why the Bayside conspiracy? It's going, and it's
I
here.
don't get.
We're
Joey's
finally-
gonna watch
Bayside
this show,
Confidential.
and that's gonna be Joey's next show. He's gonna cover Saved by the Bell. Now.
No, hey, Poe.
Yo.
We should. I'll join you guys. You should do the Zach Morris is trash episodes.
Okay.
They're like just a few minutes long, each of them, but they go through each episode and talk about how much of a dick Zach is.
Yes, we're gonna have to cover them, and I'm gonna do
Yes,
some
we will.
my own digging, and we're gonna bust this thing wide open, folks.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
And
Anyway,
remember,
yeah,
folks, when the
let's
truth
do it.
comes out, you first heard it in the backwoods.
Yes, you
Hey,
did.
and when Belding's brother, the guy, was
Yeah.
on that one episode to take them like water rafting, found out the secret. What happened to him?
Oh yeah.
He didn't come back from the water rafting trip.
More
His
episodes.
own brother. Yeah,
Gone.
Yeah.
he's gone. Everybody disappears, dude.
Well, what really happened? He put down a down payment and got to taste the merchandise, and then he never made the rest of his payments, and they X'd him out. That's what really happened right there. Yep.
See, and then there was that Christmas one when Zach had the homeless girl and her dad,
Oh,
and he sold them. That's why you didn't see him anymore. He sold them. We're on this.
okay. You know what? That it has to be its own episode now. It's like Bayside.
Yeah,
Comedy.
it's got to be.
It's gonna like
Yes.
rip. I remember that stupid episode. When
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Bayside. Yes.
Perfect.
Oh
Oh,
my
my gosh.
Ah,
We're putting the whole system on trial.
Stay tuned for the next NCIS Backwoods.
yes.
Backwoods NCIS. That sounds like a really low budget porn. It really does.
See, and you got. I could see Cody. I remember days at Bayside.
Time.
Oh, lights are hot tonight. Wow.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you guys got me excited about cracking open Bayside and exposing them.
We're Bayside Confidential, dude. It's gonna happen.
Sounds good.
I don't care where we do it. Our house or yours, I don't care. We're gonna do the Bayside Confidential. It's gonna happen.
Hell
Dude.
yes.
Gonna-
It sounds good.
Well,
Bayside.
we'll have Screech's body exhumed.
Oh God. Oh man, you went there. You went there.
There's 18 different DNA traces in his body. What the hell?
Oh, wait, Cody, one of his family members are here. They have something to say to you.
You son of a bitch.
See,
Oh, damn.
what were we talking about? Tomatoes. That's
yeah,
right.
Oh, thanks. Sorry.
Oh, sexy tomatoes, wasn't it?
Sexy, furry tomatoes. Once a month, is a Bloody Mary. And
Yep.
Cody seems to be the one that's really prepared for it, but I'm concerned about what he's going to do with the celery stick.
It is Pride
Look,
Month.
see,
I'm
look
a
at the
little
smile.
concerned
Look at
too.
the smile.
18 traces of DNA. Did we say 18 or 19?
And 3 of them were organic traces. High in fertilizer.
Yes. Oh man.
Oh, how about back to the Killer Tomatoes?
Yes.
When the Master of Disguise shows
Was that
up
what we were talking about?
as the Lone Ranger, and he
Okay.
No,
pulls
first
his,
he shows up as Gaddafi, General Gaddafi.
yes. But then when he shows up as Lone Ranger and he pulls his pistols, but they're toy pistols, and he's acting
Yeah.
like they're real. They're costume pistols, and he's still trying to use them like the real pistols.
Now, but we got to talk about when he first shows up. He makes his appearance as Gaddafi in the in Thin Letters Pizza Place, and we
Yeah.
have the epic fight between the cowboys and the ninjas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, there was
They just come out of nowhere.
cowboys, ninjas, bikers too, wasn't there? Wasn't there bikers in there too? The bikers are the ones that started it, weren't they? If I remember right.
Let me
No,
should
Finletter
remember.
jumped over the counter because he thought Sam Smith was actually Gaddafi.
Yeah. I may be thinking of it.
just so
differently, but
happens I
could've
have it
swore.
saved right here. So let's take a
Oh,
look
sweet.
here.
Yeah. Let's show a clip.
I don't know if I can. I think being a guest, I don't think I can show a clip. Can I share a screen being a guest?
I think you can. You could try, or just you send it to me in Messenger or whatever,
Oh.
or send it
Okay,
to Cody in Messenger.
Well,
Someone
here,
can,
help.
or just tell me what it is and I'll find it. I mean, it's on YouTube, right? Or no?
Yeah, you just
Fine.
type in "Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes" and it's got the movie right there.
My poor
There's a
little
couple links
tomato
actually.
floating in the background. I don't guess it's going to turn into nothing. I've done poured all the toxic stuff I could find on it. And I don't have a jukebox I can put a quarter in. That's the problem.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
look,
that. I
boy.
love that.
I'm lucky it didn't kill me because I was listening to Pantera when I done this shit. So
Oh shit!
I'm lucky it didn't kill me.
Damn, son.
You could have got a cowboy from hell.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be bad considering it's the opening of Pride Month too. That'd be scary as shit.
Oh my god! What if you were listening to George Michael or Wham?
Oh. Like, oh yeah, that'd be real bad. Or Elton John, that could be even worse.
Oh, look, a tomato. Oh, tonight. Okay.
Oh, I was thinking more Rocket Man. I'm
Oh,
gonna have to start carrying a gun down here when we're doing this show from now on. I'm getting scared now.
What
Travis,
were you looking for? The
I don't
ninja
want to alarm you.
whatever?
But over your left shoulder.
Yeah, it's shaking. I've been trying to
It is.
make it turn into something, and it won't. It moves around every now and then.
Your special effects are great. You can barely see the string.
Hey, I did it just like they did in the 70s and early 80s. It's fishing line.
Oh, wait, did I save it? I actually found a picture with the giant tomato, and you could see the four-wheeled cart underneath it.
Really?
I got to see.
Oh,
Let
that's
me
nice.
see if I've got it here.
Then I
Okay.
got a little friend hanging out on the shoulder too.
Yeah. You know, well, they're looking that up that trap. You know, somebody really needs to go and do a fan edit of Phantasm and replace the balls, the spears, with tomatoes.
You know, you're talking to the right guy to do that stuff. You know that.
Right. Wait. Oh, over here. There we go.
What scene were you looking for? I'm sorry, I got the movie pulled up here.
You want the opening scene with the fight
The
inside the pizza place where
Ninjas
the ninjas
versus
and that-
Cowboys.
fight. Okay.
Pizzeria fight.
It should be within the first quarter of the movie, wasn't it? First quarter, first half of the movie,
I think it's about halfway,
It's
wasn't
in the
or is it?
yeah, I
past
think it's
that?
close to
Further,
halfway.
a
Yeah.
little further. Yeah.
You know, I watched a short documentary on a guy who goes around to filming locations, and he did return here a couple of years. Did return to the Killer Tomatoes. That pizzeria, it's not only is it still in operation, it's not a pizzeria, it's a restaurant still. And the
Okay.
glass case, almost everything, the front door, almost 35 years later, almost everything inside it is still the same.
Really?
Really?
And they still don't serve anything with tomato sauce either, by God.
No, they don't. He ordered a breakfast burrito when he was in there, and he said it didn't have salsa on it.
Really? I was just
Yeah.
thinking of funny. Oh, wow.
Well, I guess if you wanted the movie experience, it would be kind of cool, actually.
So,
Oh yeah.
I guess if you order a Virgin Bloody Mary, you just get straight vodka then if you order that there.
So if we went in the bathroom, is there a shower in the bathroom to have the movie? Okay, I'm all alone here.
Was there a shower in the bathroom?
I'm just trying to lead into that shower scene again, just so you know.
Yeah.
Fond memories. Fond memories.
Yes.
No,
We can play
but
the shower scene. I'm okay with
instead of breath mints, there's little tabs
Oh.
of organic fertilizer that you get to pop in your mouth.
So yes, Poe, you heard that. You can play the shower scene if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
because it doesn't show
please.
anything.
It's like within the first 30 minutes.
It doesn't
Yes.
show anything. Then why am I playing?
No, it does not
No,
show
it's-
anything.
Just use your imagination.
Well, you see through it. You see it. It's like the cloudy image in the shower, in the
Oh,
glass shower deal. Yeah.
oh, okay.
It when you were when you were 8 to 12 years old, it really
Oh,
got you
yeah.
going.
Ah, I got you. I got you.
Yep. It'll make you want to go home and grow tomatoes.
Let's see. I think I found. I got that. I don't know why I can't find a fight scene, but I can find a shower scene like a motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
It's the most famous part of the movie.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We'll go
Oh, there
back
you
a
go.
little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's the toothbrush. Remember?
Okay.
What was he doing the night before that he's got to brush his teeth immediately?
Exactly.
I do not
Yep.
know the rest of the words to the song. I think I'll make them up.
He's just trying to
Go into
sing.
my place.
He's just trying to sing so he can keep that
Singing
smell out of his mouth.
I'm home.
Honey, I'm home.
Chad, buddy? Well, you should have seen me
Oh.
last night.
Oh, it's gonna be even worse.
I
Like
know,
this is
buddy,
like
I got this
VHS.
girl. She's a nice
Oh,
girl
yeah.
and everything.
The-
Oh God. yeah.
I watched it on Tubi, and it's a pretty good transfer on
Studying
Tubi.
to be a flight attendant.
Oh yeah, it is. It's great on Tubi.
You know, you just are.
Hello.
Towel, please.
What? Oh.
Yeah. The facts of life.
He's
The facts of life.
Yeah.
Nixon
Friggin-
stage left.
Yeah.
Was it? You
See,
sure
and
that
they-
was a
they
tomato
wasted
movie, or was that episode
so
of the Golden Girls?
Much.
I don't know.
No. Wasn't near enough wrinkles in that scene to be on the Golden Girls.
No.
After George got his part on there, he's leaving, wiping his mouth off, shaking his head, trying not to vomit. And they're all in the background saying, "Thank you for being a friend."
Exactly.
He left Shady Palms and went there. Straight up, he was like, "Oh, that Blanche chick gave me something." Mm.
And for any kids watching, it is dangerous to run with a toothbrush in your mouth,
Yeah.
like running with
Oh.
scissors. Just, you know.
Yeah, you never run away from a naked woman getting out of the shower with a toothbrush in
No.
your mouth.
I know.
But you never run away though. I don't understand what he was thinking. That's the thing. He's a big horn dog, and it like freaks him out, and he runs away from her.
He should have said, "You need me to scrub your back," or something, you know. But then it turns into
Mhm.
a porno thing. And
She would have probably killed him though, because she was with the other guy. That's the one she felt safe with. That holy
That's
shit,
true.
that would have been so much better if they would have killed Clooney in that scene, and she would have made his body into compost and growed more little furry tomatoes.
And we just
We got to make a remake. We got to make a Backwoods
pick
remake
a
right
porno
there.
music for it. I see you brushing your teeth.
And would she jump on him like a face hugger from Alien? Just
Would you resist?
there you go. There you go. Yes. Yes. That's right, kids. For $19.95, you could get the video Travis Does Tomatoes. Yes. Yes.
What's so special about your produce? I fuck it. Oh,
Hey,
you really care about that.
but if it looked like what's behind Z, you would too.
Is that ketchup in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? What?
Who cares?
There you go. Yes.
Be like, I'm only to 125 out of the however many positions it was, and I don't think I can take it anymore.
I just see
Get up,
Travis
Rock! I didn't hear no bell.
I see Travis in his garden, and he just the mood strikes him, and he's like, "Ooh, that's a fine looking tomato right there."
Then
Why am I picturing him like with a ketchup bottle, just watching it
And then
slowly come out? Just,
you don't,
In his hair,
and you're not being real safe, you know, because you're in your own garden, and then that night you wake up scratching. Oh no, I got tomato worms instead of crabs.
I got tomato AIDS. I don't know how that happened.
Oh no, it wouldn't be tomato AIDS; it'd be bottom rot. You let tomatoes rot on the bottom.
I got the bottom right.
Well, you have to be careful because tomatoes are highly acidic.
Yes,
Yes.
the
The more you know again, Cody.
Go to the doctor and ask for a nitrogen
Ah.
prescription, and they say, "What do you want a nitrogen prescription for?"
So
Don't ask.
instead of lube, you got to bring baking soda to the
You go to see Dr. Hines.
Dr. Hines.
We're gonna go hunt.
Oh,
Hunt.
I
How
gotta
old
get a
is he?
beer on that.
57.
I cannot find that picture. I had it saved. I wanted you
Oh,
to see
my
the
goodness.
card underneath it, but oh well. That's all right. There's still another tomato movie we could cover. I'll have it.
Yeah. Oh, there's
No,
No,
there's
I
two
think-
more.
Is there another
I
tomato?
really.
There's
Those are
two more. Yeah,
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
So
You get
this
the
is never
France
gonna
one
get-
and then the other one. Yeah.
I kind of want to finish this franchise now because I haven't seen either of the other two sequels.
No,
I haven't either.
I can see the France one on this service that I have, but it's in a different language. It's probably French.
Yes.
So,
Hell, let's watch it in French and cover it, and we'll decipher it as we're watching it.
The tomatoes, they're crazy. They come after all of us. They try to eat us.
oh,
Oh, and I got it, and we'll get. I got it. So we'll watch it in French. All of us will watch it in French. We'll decipher it, and we'll have Casino to come on as our interpreter. That's perfect.
There's a rooster do that.
Lish.
Oh no.
Le buck.
Le bok bok.
Now I think. See, I did find the picture. You got Skippy, or from Trick or Treat. You know Skippy.
Oh yeah.
From he's in the France one.
Oh,
'Cause I just
I
found
saw
a picture.
that,
He's with
yeah.
the furry tomato. Yeah. See if I can.
Really? See,
Grab
I've
this
never
quick here.
watched them at all. I'm gonna have to. Check 'em out.
I gotta look them up just for my morbid curiosity. I'll let you know what I find.
Here, I'll have this one here in just a second. Here.
You just hear us typing. Sorry, people.
Yes.
Cody, that's our cue. We're supposed to provide
Yeah,
filler
you're
while they're
supposed to
working.
Something.
Oh man.
Uh,
Okay, what about when they go to when he takes her out to dinner at the fancy restaurant? They have the gayest, bitchiest waiter you have ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a straight up dick. I would.
Yeah, especially to Tara.
There you go.
Yeah, he's like, what do you tell her? Well, recommends a drink at the bar. I recommend a
Does
light
that
beer.
does that furry tomato have an orifice we're staring at?
Right. Yes. Right.
yeah, it's right there.
You better wash your finger now.
We need to censor that.
And I came prepared. I do have some. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Hand sanitizer. There we go. Just to prove. Look. Hand sanitizer.
Hey.
I'm good.
He's done been on this show once, so he knows that that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
necessity.
Oh yeah, I watch. I watch.
That's what I watch. Wow. Okay. So I was looking up like something to do with like tomatoes and sex and all that. And apparently, when the tomato, a rare and fascinatingly erotic plant native to South America, was introduced to European culture, society shunned the red-skinned fruit under the pretense that it was poisonous. But the myth was quickly dispelled once the French and the Italians discovered the succulents of the ripe fruit's flesh.
You know,
It became
I was sitting here thinking, if the FBI raided Poe and they looked at his history, what the
they're like, he's already punished himself more than we could ever do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just see it. They'd have us all on trial. We'd all be sitting up there, and everyone's like, "No, this was just shit for our show." And then all of a sudden, Rumble, we'd be the first show Rumble ever banned. All right, you got to stop it. We haven't even watched it. They're on trial. We've seen the sick shit on their computers. We've got to stop this show.
Yes.
Oh my God. So there's nothing. It's just it's just like they think it's an aphrodisiac back in the day. That's what tomato. That was the eroticism of the tomato or whatever.
Is that why that furry tomato had an orifice?
Oh yeah, dude.
Do you want to see the orifice again?
Wait, does it turn into that?
Did Jim
turn
Henson
into that? There you go. There's the orifice.
Jim Henson made that tomato head, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, need more sanitizer. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, we've got a guy's head right next to this tomato. My God, look at the size of the orifice in that tomato, though.
I know. That's all
huge.
I can. Thanks for pointing that out, because that's all I can see. I can't even see Steve.
That's, hey,
tomato.
Here, let me put a little sanitizer for lubrication. Yeah, we're getting banned.
Hey, you better make sure your sanitizer has insecticide in it too. You know.
Oh my God.
Well, here, let me taste it. See,
like,
now you guys know by seeing me, I didn't really taste it, but people just listening to the audio are going to think I did.
Yeah. That's fine. Let them think.
Here, let me add this.
That's for entertainment.
It's all good.
I hate to burst your bubble there, Steve, but I'm pretty sure me and Trav on the inaugural episode of Backwoods Horror Show, we were doing hand sanitizer shots.
Seriously?
I ran out of Listerine. I mean, it's all I had left. Hey,
you got to make do in the backwoods.
We do with what we got to do, you know, back here in the backwoods, especially on a show night.
Mm.
You know, if you're prepping, getting ready for a show, you drink all your alcohol. It's showtime. You're like, oh,
COVID was
not like I can just
thing.
Yeah,
jump in the rig and be in town in 2 minutes. It takes some time. So,
and
we
some
really
of it
do live
smelled
out the
good.
sticks.
Use it like cologne.
Yeah,
multiple uses.
Just be sure and
whatever you want it for.
be sure and shower that off by the next day, or it smells like leftovers. Just I'm not gonna say I know this, but you know.
Or anything.
And by the way, leftovers don't always smell that great.
True. So, so the tomato movie.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
tomato
where
movie.
the hell were we at?
Oh,
we were at.
Back to the shower scene. Back to the shower scene.
Oh, we're going back to the first 30 minutes of the movie again.
When George Clooney, after he runs into her in the shower and comes out, and his buddy's out there, and his buddy's like, "Hey, you don't understand this girl. There's something. She's got something missing up. She's got something missing," and pointing to his head, and he's like, George Clooney's like, "I saw nothing missing."
Yeah,
like I said, she's a sweet girl. Sweet girl.
Yeah, and with a fascination for toast.
That's right. There's a scene she's got all the bread. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I like when she goes to the restaurant and they ask what she wants to eat. She said, a steak. I don't eat vegetables.
That
She
means
should
she
have
might
had a
go a little
VA.
too far. You know what? She gets mad at you. It's gone.
Yeah. Meat eater.
The more you
Holy
know.
shit! Hey, you'd have to try it. I mean, it'd be You couldn't
And after,
you couldn't
well,
stand down on that.
when she turns into a tomato because the guy in the fancy restaurant with his violin hits a chord and it makes her turn back into a tomato, everybody
Mhm.
screams and runs out of the restaurant, and
He runs.
Chad's in the bathroom drying off, and he comes back out, and by this time the clock has went off or something, and the sound of the chimes on the
Yeah.
clock turn her back into a girl. But this comes from one of my favorite parts of the movie, where you have the director John DeBello playing a news reporter outside the restaurant, and he's interviewing this rather portly lady that was a patron in there,
Rather
and he just
portly.
fucking reams her. Yeah, she's like, "Were you here alone? Well, you don't have a husband? No, he died in the Great Tomato War." He said, "That was 10 years ago. No excuse. Maybe you lose a little weight."
She's like,
I mean, he
Did
just
says
trashes
something
her.
about says something, and she's like, "No, I didn't see nothing, see that." And he's like, "No, the only thing you haven't seen in 10 years is your feet, honey."
Yeah.
Just keeps on going. Yeah, this definitely was not a woke movie. You know, they
No.
they don't pull any punches, and I love it.
Oh,
You know, I'm sorry if you see something you don't like, turn it off, turn your head.
Exactly.
this
Not everything's for
exactly.
you,
And
but
you
we're
got
in
to remember when
America.
this was filmed too. This was at the height. I mean, the golden age of, in my opinion, of
Slapstick
movie
comedy.
comedies. Yeah,
Yes.
movie comedies. The mid '80s, the mid to late '80s. You know.
Well, yeah, you get like the late 70s into the early 90s, right in that era, right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So yeah, definitely, I agree 100%. I mean, today you can't have a movie with a song about big-breasted girls. You know, they
Oh,
take their tops
could-
off. You can't have that now.
Could you imagine if you come out with a movie now
Yes.
with the main theme song "Puberty Love" now too? Actually, that would probably work. It would probably work now. Sadly,
There you go.
it would go to number one in Hollywood. That's for sure, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep
And I know I'm
looking over
jumping
my
around,
shoulder
but
here.
yeah. But in the fight scene with the cowboys and the ninjas, I couldn't help. There's one guy that does he hit himself in the head with the nunchucks or in the nuts? I couldn't help but think of me and Trav's old
remember.
buddy Jeff.
Oh my gosh, I love Jeff to death, but
he's
he's
a little
what?
older than us.
He's about 8, 9, 10 years older than us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every time, and this is back when we were in our prime, I was like 24, 25. So Cody was about
Yeah, and I'm a couple of years
48.
older than Trav. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. Cody's about 48. And Jeff would always get a little drunk, get feeling good. He pulled out his nunchucks. And he had
Well,
practice
we got.
nunchucks.
You're not giving the correct backstory. Jeff, you would meeting him the way he talks, you would think he was a retired Marine or something like that,
Yeah.
Okay.
or Special Forces. The way he talks, he did 10 years in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
So you're saying he
And,
is special, though, right?
Coast Guard.
Yes, he's very special.
Jeff, if you ever listen, we still love you, but yeah, you were still in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But anytime we'd all get together and get to drinking, once Jeff had this certain limit of beers, once he hit this limit, he always had to get out his nunchucks because he was he's a huge
Bruce Lee fan.
Bruce Lee fan.
Yep.
Okay.
And he'd always sit there with his nunchucks, spin them around when he was really a little too far gone to be doing that. And he always had to smoke a cigarette while he was doing it.
Yep. And he was pretty
And
damn
he
good
would
with them.
he would always
but-
either, tell a certain amount of beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And he had
would always
practice
either end
chucks,
up,
too, that he used a lot. But my favorite one was he actually had the weaponized chucks that had lead in the base of them. And he got them out one night, and his wife was like, "Jeff, do not get those out. You've had too many beer." "Woman, I know what I'm doing." He literally knocks himself out. I mean, his hat goes flying right between the eyes. Whop. And I think it was Sheep that was like, "Fuck, Jeff done killed himself. Well, yeah, that's where
and
Sheep's
we all
Brothers
had a thing
living
when
now.
yeah
I'll never forget that.
when Jeff would break the nunchucks out, we all learned to be quick on our feet because at any
Yes.
given time those nunchucks could go flying in the air.
Yep.
And we knew they usually fall within a 20-foot radius. So as soon
Yeah.
we were watching when he'd get him out, we'd all watch him like a hawk, which he loved. He thought we were really interested in what he was doing, but we were just trying to keep from getting killed.
Yeah.
And you had 911 on speed dial too, right?
Oh no, we're in the backwoods. 911.
We didn't have-
911 won't get there soon enough. Oh, back then we didn't even have 911 where we were at. To tell you, that's how
911,
backwoods
no.
we are.
You just had to call the sheriff's department.
I remember the first time Jeff did that. We're out there and we're watching him, and we're on somebody's porch, if I remember right. And there's like a floodlight. It's night, and he's doing everything with the nunchucks, and I'm like, "Where the fuck did the nunchucks go?" And he's still going, even though he's lost the nunchucks. And then they land like 10 foot in front of him, right in front of the tonk. And we're like, "Oh shit!" And they were them damn leaded bastards, with the weights in them.
And he still thought he had him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to venture a guess here that one of you or both of you have one of those signs that says we don't dial 911 around here, and it has a picture of a gun.
No, but Granddad does. You're
Ah,
on Granddad's front porch.
okay.
Actually, I do, but it's here somewhere. I'm not sure where it's.
I think
mine
my
says
favorite one
we.
you guys do.
I think mine says we don't dial 911 because we can't count that far. If I remember right.
Hey, what's that other number? I think it's 1. I don't know.
Well, it's
3.
confusing because if you're counting out on your fingers, by the time you get to 9, and then you got to start over to 1, do you put this finger down and start it again, or do you start on the other hand? If you do that, you got to set down your gun, and it messes everything up.
What happens when, cousin Jim only has 3 fingers on one hand? So, I mean,
Oh, that's
there's-
hilarious. You should hear him count.
There's a lot of folk like that in this part of the country.
No, we've actually got a cousin Randy that has a pinky and a thumb. That's it. So you should watch him try to count with his fingers.
Yeah.
And then there's another uncle who has half fingers, so he's 1, 1.5, 2.5.
oh God.
I was gonna say even if
Yeah,
they
I can't
did
go to the next family
911,
reunion.
right?
Shit.
You could count 9 fingers, and then you go 1, there's 10, and then you're like, shit, I need 11.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hey, that's the only reason I ever wear flip flops.
You can count.
Okay,
Yeah, but
I was like, where is he going with this?
Since it's so small, does it count as a full digit or half a digit?
I don't know.
I usually just count it as a half. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
medical question, I guess. I don't know.
There's a length limit on there. If your toenail is so long, it can count as a whole digit, don't it?
I
Something
broke
like that.
all my toes so many times they look more like letters than they do numbers.
I understand that. I got possum toes. I could run up a tree if I wanted to. I don't stub a toe. I break a toe when I hit a toe. I've got knots on my toes. My toes look horrible.
And
Damn, we've covered everything
the way,
from tomatoes to toes.
Yeah.
That's a nice segue into Trav's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Possum toes.
Yeah.
All-
They pay
all
me
I'm
to take the
picturing-
pictures down.
See, I'm picturing right now.
Possum Toes. Look him up. Possum Toes, 1982.
Yeah.
I'm picturing Paul sitting home right now, going, "Damn, am I glad I'm not on tonight?"
Paul's probably watching and say, "I'm resigning from these sick bastards."
Oh God.
I could see him. He's sitting in his easy chair. He's like, and we're not going to take the pills tonight.
Just takes them off his TV tray and throws them in the trash can next to him.
Just wants to forget.
Just wants to forget.
He's
No,
like
seriously,
Ozzy
Paul,
in that
get
Patient Number
better,
9
buddy.
show. His wife's giving them to him, and he's putting them, taking a drink of water, and then he's scooping them out of his mouth and tucking them under his pillow.
And Big Mur, like I said, shout out to him. He's probably watching. After you made that toe comment, his crick in his neck, his head probably went straight because he went, huh?
Hey, when he told me about what he did, that's pretty gross. Actually, it's gruesome.
Does it involve
I'll just
tomatoes?
say, yeah. Well, there was tomato juice. Yes, but
he was prepping for the show.
Oh, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what he did, but it's one of those situations where you do something and then in your head you're going, "Oh, this is bad. I know this is bad. I haven't seen it, but it's bad." That's what he did.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those injuries where the mental image is probably worse than actually seeing it in real life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then when you go into another room and you come back and you see the trail you left, and you're like, "Ooh, yeah, yeah."
Yep, been there.
Yeah.
And what's bad is you always picture it in your mind. You're working on a piece of machinery or something. You're like, oh, this is not going to go well. This is, but there's something in the back of our
I
brain.
probably shouldn't stick my dick in that.
That's Backwoods. Well, now that's like 15 years ago. That's different. That's completely different.
See, no,
that's a whole other story.
Yeah, you wake back in the that's a different kind of trail you leave when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah. See, now I know over towards St. Louis because I used to haul stuff for like Verlo mattress. I don't know if you guys have those down in that area where you're at in Missouri, but I know by St. Louis I used to drop some to a Verlo place down there, right? But it's making mattresses. And back in the late 80s, I used to do that. And you guys know what a hog ringer is?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like a little gun that just bends the rings so you can grab onto something, right? Well, to make the mattress, you have to hold onto the fabric and grab the spring, bring the hog ringer in, and just snap it, right? I got my finger one time. I was part of that mattress for a little while.
Oh, no.
That sucks. And that's one of those moments where you're like, ooh, this ain't good. Something bad happened, you know?
Hey, I worked at a furniture factory right out of high school for about 6 months. Row Furniture. They're not in business anymore, but while I was there, they had these air staple guns like you're talking about. They had the ones with the small staples for the fabric, and they had the big ones to staple the boards together.
Okay.
Yep.
And on couches and whatnot. And while I was there, I didn't see it happen. I only heard it. A guy, he had his butt to the couch and was pulling the fabric down between his legs, and
I know this
with
story.
one of the big staplers, and he got one of the boys with it, and he was part.
My buddy worked with him, and that's back in Row Furniture when they actually passed out uppers. The supervisor would come back and pass out uppers so their workers would work faster. And my buddy Jeremy worked with him. I know this story really good because he worked right with the guy, and he converted his stapler to fully auto. That way he could get out more stuff.
Oh no! Oh no!
And Jeremy heard the, and he said the last one was the. He said it sounded different though, but yeah, like Cody said, he stapled his boy right to the piece of the furniture with that full auto staple gun.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Yeah.
Here on the Backwoods Horror Show, we always encourage firearm safety.
They said everybody said they're lying. I said they're lying. That they're paid because they had to cut that. Now, Cody, if he was telling me right, they had to cut that piece of furniture, and the EMTs took him out with that piece of furniture still between his legs because he was stapled to it.
Oh my!
And they loaded him in the ambulance, and he had to ride in the ambulance on his knees because he was still to it, and they were getting him to the EMTs wouldn't touch it because it literally went right through his boy into the board. So they had to cut the cloth, then they had to cut the wood, and then he had to walk out with it like that. They said that night the line went to a cross. Said all the staple guns you use, pop, 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 pop. You heard them pop, pop, pop for the rest of the night. Everybody was going slow.
Dude. Oh God, I'm just thinking. Was it a sofa sleeper? Like, beanbag?
No, luckily it was just the cheap wood frame ones because could you imagine if it had been a metal frame?
Oh God.
Having to get the angle grinders out and cut the metal frame in two so they could carry him out to the ambulance.
Oh, that's
Mm.
oh.
Just makes you want to
I've
hold on
had
to your
shitty days
tomato
at work,
and
but
hold
I
on
mean,
to it
that's-
tonight, doesn't it?
yeah,
Tomatoes.
Yeah,
tomatoes. Yeah, tomatoes.
they're very tender.
That
And
I bet it was
speaking of
that
which-
red for a while too.
Oh, I probably redder than that. It's actually the next day. It's probably purple and black.
yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of tomatoes, though,
Should we get back
yeah, well,
to the
has anybody? We haven't heard from our favorite tomato.
Which
Oh,
one?
Henry fucking Rawlings.
Oh, you have to say the name. I don't know what the favorite tomato is. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Henry fucking Rawlings.
He has tomato red.
Actually,
So-
Cody
Yes.
did some research and found out that's what they bathed him in was tomato sauce for him to look like that. Seriously.
Did he get sprayed
Is
by
that actually true?
I don't know. That's what Cody said.
I don't know. Was I drunk?
Said on the last show. Yeah, of course.
That's
Oh.
not-
Well, I don't know if you consider because I consider beer podcast fluid. So when we're doing a show, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh Lord,
So
It's a well-oiled machine.
dude, it is. We work hard to be this bad.
we do. We really do.
Well, I'm glad I can come in and help enhance it
I've-
a little bit.
What's bad is I've got so much shit backwards on this movie, and this is probably the movie I've watched the most for an episode. I've watched this movie 4 times in the past 2 weeks to get ready for this. But it's just one of the movies you can't take it serious, and you just have so much fucking fun with it when you watch it.
Yeah,
And-
and that's
yeah,
the
that
thing.
is
I
true.
mean, whether it's great to have a few beers and watch, but if you watch it sober, you catch so many other different things that are, like I said, this is a really well written movie disguised as a cheesy bad movie.
Oh, and you should have seen my wife's face. She was sitting on the couch playing on her phone when I was had it going, and I was doing something else too. And it was that scene where she goes in the pizzeria. Would you like sex now? And he's like, no, yeah, no. And she's like, well, how about a blowjob? And she's like, looks up from her phone and looks at the TV and looks at me.
Yeah, like don't get any ideas. Right?
it
Mister.
was the 80s, honey. It was the 80s.
Yeah.
And I was born in the 80s.
I've had a lot of jobs and that never happened to me.
Oh, I know. I would work over every night if that would happen, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's not all it's got out to be. Trav, remember my first wife, and that happened with her.
Oh no, which one is that?
The first one.
Oh, this one.
Gary.
The crazy.
Yeah,
That one.
Yeah.
We've all had a
Yeah.
crazy one.
I forgot I
Yep.
had that drop. Yeah, I was looking for something for someone to say like a saying like I hate tomatoes or something to play it, and I stumbled upon this guy's video, and I think it's hilarious. So
Whoa.
he says he
You
hates
tell.
tomatoes. Yes, I'm gonna show you his videos.
I gotta come clean, man. I really do. I hate tomatoes. I know you're not supposed to hate things, but I do. I don't like tomatoes. No way, no how. I just don't like them. But I like hot sauce and ketchup and all that stuff, but not tomatoes.
Is that Big Murr?
Cody,
I believe him.
is that Boom Boom? That looks like our buddy
Yeah.
Stephen Harris. I shit you not.
It does.
The big
It
Coke
does look
bottle
like Boom Boom.
glasses.
Yeah.
I didn't think he could grow that much facial hair, but I ain't seen him in a while.
He didn't say cocksucker. That's his
True.
that's his
True, that's his trademark.
catchphrase. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd been like, I don't like tomatoes, cocksuckers. Yeah,
See, I'd rather hear him say it, but yeah, I found this
we
guy.
could probably get him to do it.
We'll have to work on getting him to do a drop for the show.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
we got to get him to set in one night on the show.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be the first show we get pulled from Rumble, but yeah, we can do it.
No, the first one's when you finally get Murray on here. That's when you guys are getting pulled. It's gonna happen.
Why is he going to show up naked or what? I mean,
No.
hey, I'm halfway there. I always podcast bottomless, so I mean,
Steve said, well, back in the day,
Yeah, join the club.
Oh, nice.
and you're wondering why my tomatoes are
Shit,
so
I thought I was
shiny,
the only
aren't
one not
you?
wearing pants.
See, Cody, when you don't see that tomato, notice his hand is down by his waist right now. He's rubbing. It's like a massage ball.
They were supposed to be cherry tomatoes, and they're a little large, but I made do.
Hey, just to take it to another level.
No,
Take it to another level. He's not Jewish. I'll put it that way. So
No,
you can just let you run with that. Whenever you see his hand, both his hands up by his head, and the tomato flies up and lands in his mouth.
yeah.
All I'm picturing is him taking the tomato, right? Going down, smiling at the camera. He goes like this and comes up with a glass of tomato juice.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I don't know. No.
Oh, yeah.
I got a full
Corn
processing plant. I come back with beer. Tomato infused beer.
Tomato infused beer. It could happen.
Mhm.
Hey, I had a neighbor that would make wine out of tomatoes.
Ooh.
Tomato
You
wine.
get it with dandelions and everything too. Yeah.
What
Well,
they call
technically,
it?
it is a fruit.
Ragging red? Or
It actually, I hate to say it, it really wasn't bad. at all.
really?
It was
Shit,
actually
I'd
pretty
try it.
good. He also had this one that was like fruit flavored.
I'd try it.
And my neighbor's name was Graham, right? And he used to say, "Oh, this is my grape juice," right? Well, no, after drinking that with my ex, that was a great night. That was rape juice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was I ain't ever drinking that again, she said. No. I was like, here, let's get another bottle. Another one. In case. No.
We're drinking this shit
Graham's
3
rape
times a
juice is
week.
what I
What are you
called it.
talking about?
Oh my god.
Can't blame you there.
What movie were we talking about?
There were sailboats. Let's talk about the
that's in the-
sailboats.
No, that's in the first one.
No, it's in this one too. And when they're in Finletter's Pizza, because they keep him and Finletter and George Clooney keep fighting over the remote to changing the channel because he wants George Clooney keeps changing it back to it's like International Cup sailboat racing, and
See,
it cuts from the sailboats to like pirate ships shooting at cannons at each other.
Oh yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever, but it's
See, I
Dude,
must
well,
have
just
got
like a
up
lot
and
of
went to the bathroom at that time because I missed that part.
Yeah, I remember that's when they're cutting. But his uncle's trying to go back to the Great Tomato War scenes they had going, and everybody was wanting to change the channel. Yeah, I
You guys are
remember that now.
freaking me out. See, because I'm like, you guys are either great ventriloquists or that's Travis talking.
Yeah.
I hear talking, and you guys are just like straight faced.
Yeah. I'm
They're
over here
used to it.
up shit and I didn't know he wasn't on camera.
Yeah, well, you'll get used to it. When I got to get up and take a piss or get a beer, you'll see my basement ceiling right there.
Yeah.
I told him he needs to put
Yeah,
a Playboy
I found
centerfold or at least or something up there on the ceiling.
I need to
Look at
get
those
one
wires.
and oh, that's some of my electric wires running.
Put a pole-
Yeah. But yeah, I got an unfinished basement. If you can't tell, it's all concrete walls and everything. But,
They put them in
and I
the
got
like
some
too,
shelves. Yeah, it's a
Only-
man cave, by God.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, in fact, right up here in my upper office, this will be the last week that I have it all set up here, and then
Yeah.
I'm moving everything back downstairs. So
To the
I'll have it all
basement.
set down there, so, yeah.
Backwoods
I got to bring out
style
all the
in
extra lights
basement.
and everything too.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I think in honor of Killer Tomatoes, I need to get like a Terry Weigel centerfold and put right up there. So
Ooh.
that
There
every
you
time I
go.
go to get a beer. Yeah. But would that get us
There you
kicked
go,
off
Paul.
Rumble
Can you
though?
find a clean Terry Weigel pick?
I will try.
But Poe, if I did that, would that get us kicked off Rumble?
I don't know if she's wearing clothes. Yeah, I mean, no topless or anything. You'll be fine.
Yeah, the centerfold would get you off. Yeah.
So an actual Playboy
And another one.
centerfold would get us.
Oh, wait, I'll get
booted.
little tomato stickers and put over the parts
If they
that
notice.
you're not supposed to show. There we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
There
See,
you go.
now we're learning. Now we're thinking and learning.
Mhm.
Oh, in fact, here you
Wait.
can do this.
Hey, and then once a month I can turn the one little tomato into tomato paste running in areas.
Oh.
down there.
Oh my god!
Wow. Now we could do that.
Yeah, we like
my-
to cross
They
lines
display-
here in the
They're
backwoods.
starting to display learning intelligence.
Yes. And we don't want to bring the guy that hates tomatoes back.
I gotta come clean, man. I really do.
His
This
thing
guy-
was he just got some unclean tomato paste one time. That's what did it.
This guy's
You
about to
know,
drop
here you
it.
go.
He doesn't even know it. His YouTube page has like 43 views. And I'm like gonna.
Oh, it's fixing to have much more.
Oh hey.
There you go
Yeah.
with the tomato swimsuit.
Oh nice. And who is that? Is that Terry?
No, negative. But
All I
here,
can
hang
see
on.
is an arm. I can't see nothing.
Yeah, there's not much there. It's a hard picture to
okay.
crop in this.
There we go.
Let me see if I can get a different view here. Let's see, open that. See, I'm trying to get it right dead center.
So while they're working on that, should we continue on with whatever the fuck we were
Sure.
talking about?
There you go.
Real quick, I gotta duck out, guys. I had fun.
Yep.
Got an early day tomorrow, so
Got you,
I
Poe.
love hanging out, and it's always fun. I love this show.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hey, and Poe, it was nice meeting you tonight.
yes, same here. And
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got you two guys together. I can't wait to see
Oh.
what.
Talk
What-
about comedic genius right
Yes.
there together. It was great.
Hey. The Saved by the Bell. I'm definitely 100% on board with that if you guys do it.
oh heck yeah,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
we will.
Yeah,
We will.
Zach Morris is trash.
And I'm cool with having that being a Backwoods exclusive too.
There you
Yeah,
Sounds awesome.
yeah. We don't necessarily always stick to horror anyway.
No,
Just
actually,
whatever
I
the
was
hell we
gonna-
want to talk
Sorry
about.
about that. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Oh,
go. You
Yes,
missed us.
yes. Say by the bell. Yes, we'll be doing Zach Morris thing. I'll be watching those videos, by the way. So,
Yeah, Zach Morris
look 'em
is
up.
trash. That's what
I'll
you got to
find-
watch.
all right, I'm on it.
awesome.
Hey guys, peace
We
out.
will too.
All right. See you, Poe.
See you,
Yes.
Poe.
See y'all.
As always, thanks for the good work.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but so we were at the part where they were all getting together. We left out that the parachute guy went back and busts the glass and gets his old suit out. The only thing though that I was disappointed in, what the fuck happened to the saber? He did not have the saber in
was a
this one,
different-
did he?
No, he had a sword. It looked different though. It
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a thicker blade on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the parachute was
Yeah.
different too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think this one was an actual
Well-
parachute. The
I'm sure the first parachute got shredded and there wasn't hardly anything
Yeah.
left in the first movie. And we're talking 10 years. So if
Yeah.
that thing got shredded, it wouldn't have aged very well. But
well, I saw an interview with Steve Peace, and he said he still has the original parachute. What's left of it?
yeah. But we're,
those are
Dr.
the key
Gangrene
words right there.
goes to the mad scientist lab and makes all the Rambo tomatoes he can. Which is
Well,
Fuck.
you're getting. Hey, don't forget, you're getting a little ahead of yourself. Where after Chad discovers Tara doing her version of 2 girls in 1 cup with fertilizer,
I would have watched
and
it.
and they both
Just
scream.
saying.
And,
I was thinking I'd watch. Yeah.
Even to this day, I don't give a shit how old she is.
Oh,
But and she takes off running with FT, and when he finds FT in a at the grocery store or something like that, a market where a back room
Black
under
market.
the table, black market tomato deal, and he sees FT and the guy's holding the tomato too, and he thinks the tomato is Tara.
so
So
he's going through all the tomatoes.
And
Yep.
well, you're
Yeah.
skipping to at this point. He doesn't care that she's a tomato. He just wants her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And could you blame him? I mean, I really wonder after watching this movie how many kids tried to grow a tomato garden and then douse them in toxic chemicals and then play records in their garden. I mean, could you blame them?
How many puberty age 13, 14-year-old kids? Yeah.
Puberty age? Fuck, I'm going to grow a garden this summer. What are you talking about?
Their parents are like, we just went to the store and bought tomatoes. Where the hell are they? Yeah.
The next episode, Trav's going to have all kinds of beakers behind him boiling with tomatoes sitting on top.
Yeah. Boy, my knot really does show up on that one, doesn't it? No wonder I don't get bites when I fish. I tie too big of knots on my strings.
Yeah. Well, what do you catch down there with a tomato?
Usually crack horse because they ain't got no teeth and that's something soft they can chew on.
I'm with you.
Oh shit! One of them followed me home. Look what's in the backpack there. Little skin and bone. Oh,
Hell, I saw her out in front of Walmart earlier.
probably did. Oh, they can cover some ground now.
That was the one that knew too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Code. Where were we at? I'm sorry, I lost track.
Okay, he's
again.
going through the
when,
tomatoes. Going through the tomatoes in the back room.
Yep.
Yeah, looking for Tara because he found FT and he thinks that. But Igor, which we haven't talked about, Igor, the guy playing Igor in this is fucking golden as Igor.
Yeah.
And he actually, this was one of his first roles. This guy, I can't remember his name. I didn't write it down, but he was actually an Olympic
Lundquist?
swimmer.
Steve
he
Lundquist
was?
or something
Yes,
like that?
yes. But yeah, and I thought he just nailed this role as Igor, and he played so well off John Astin, and even John
Wait a minute,
Astin,
wait a minute.
who was a
Wait a
veteran
minute,
actor by
Steve.
that point.
Steve, that wasn't you, was it? I mean, you got the same names.
I plead the fifth.
You were just saying you were an athlete before, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how many Steves can there be?
There's a few. Plead the fifth.
He's like, damn, them Backwoods boys are a little
Next
smarter
on
than I thought.
NCIS Backwoods.
They're drilling me.
But yeah,
Okay,
the
so
guy
Igor.
does a good job playing Igor. Well, a suit and tie Igor.
But his first scene in the movie, rewinding to it, when he comes walking in and John Astin's just pissed off, he's like, I'm a mad scientist, and look at you. You know, you're a disgrace as an assistant. I can't go out in public with you as an assistant. And he walks back there and says, "Sorry, master, let me." And he walks back in, doing hunched over like swinging his arms back and forth like the Igor from Frankenstein thing. This better? And finally, John Astin's like, "Stop that."
Yeah. Oh, and we haven't
Tim.
even touched on John Astin's performance in this.
You could tell he was having so much fun playing
yeah.
this role.
And this was something he more than likely didn't have to do. Because, I mean, he was...
Oh, no.
You know, his name was still big in Hollywood, still is today. He's probably still getting royalties. So, but yeah, and
Oh,
I
definitely.
think he stayed on for the next one too, didn't he?
Next two, he's in
seen
both
it.
of them.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. He came in the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, he didn't get much off this. I mean, very low budget, but he stayed in it. But the movie would have not been the same if it wouldn't have had John Astin in it because he played the perfect Gangrene.
Yeah. Definitely.
But and he played it way over the top, which, I mean, that's the thing. He was, like I said, a veteran actor. He knew exactly, once he read the script, he knew what he was going into, and he knew exactly how to play the character, and he nailed it. He was hilarious in there. I mean, he played it, like I said, over the top, but in a way that it wasn't too over the top.
I thought he'd passed away, but he's still kicking. He's 94 years young.
Yeah, he's still
but
acting some too.
kicking.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. He's still acting too?
Yeah,
I can't
hard
even
time.
find
I
out
mean,
yet. Hang on.
Oh, yeah. Of course, he ain't going to be able to take no big roles at that age, but yeah.
Okay,
And
let's see what he's been doing
That's
here.
impressive.
Well, I know he did some interviews for the Arrow release of Return of the Blu-ray 4, not 4, it may have been just 1080p. From 2016, they did Arrow put out the 1080p Blu-ray of Return, and they did a bunch of interviews for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most recent thing he's doing now, believe it or not, podcasts is what it says right here.
Shit.
So, yeah.
Shit, maybe we need to see if we can get him on.
Check that out.
His last
That would be
What's the podcast
awesome.
called?
you got the Midnight Matinee, the Redfield Arts
I've heard of
audio
that one.
podcast, the cask of Amontillo, I think it is. It's so basically it's the same thing.
Poe, yeah, it's a Poe. Edgar Allan, not Aaron Poe. Edgar Allan Poe story.
Yeah, he plays a
Oh, no.
character called Montrester.
Aaron Poe tells way better stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as far as like a real acting gig or that, the last thing he did was 2018. He was the voice in Justice League Action, where he was Uncle Dudley.
Okay.
Huh.
I just had a new show, Poe on Poe. We get our Poe to cover Edgar Allan Poe and revamp it.
Well, Poe's original show was called The Call, after the Rain Poe story, The Raven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
What
perfect.
about
Perfect.
Fee-Fi Po Fum?
Okay, is this going to be a porno or what?
You smell the blood of. Okay, yeah.
Is that blood or is that tomato sauce?
That's going to be a sex ed show.
Hey, it's got a catchy name. That'd work.
Fee-Fi Po Fum. Put that on a shirt.
I'll wear it.
Hell, say it 5 times fast.
Nope.
Well,
I can't.
actually, I'm picturing him sitting on a cloud and girls climbing his beanstalk.
Ooh.
See?
A Poe stalk.
Yeah. Fee-Fi Po Fum. I smell the blood.
I'm not that creative.
Okay, I'm all alone in Wisconsin, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes with this.
Yep. There we go.
Okay. All right, back to the tomatoes. Damn it, Steve, quit going off topic. All right.
Oh, you're good. You fit the show perfectly because we've got a track, but there's several intersections, as I like to tell people. So works good.
This train has rails, but we rarely choose to travel on them.
Yes.
That or we take mini beer breaks in between destinations. But yeah.
So they go looking. They decide to sneak back into Gangrene's mansion to turn the tomato back into Tara.
Yep.
And which when they're down there is hilarious because they start turning it in. I forget several different types of characters depending on what kind of music they got the jukebox playing.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, and they turn it when George Clooney's up there.
But they get to the hot
blonde chick.
Hot blonde in a bikini, and he's like, "Wait, keep this one's okay."
Yeah.
Doesn't he take the?
We can work with this
too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you remember, he was like, no. Remember, we got to do this, whatever. And he turns it back to tomato, and he's like, wait, what song was that?
He grabs the tomato. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they get caught. Yeah, they get caught, and Gangrene tells Igor to go take them to the guest suite. And Igor, of course, being his usual dumbass self, says, "Master, we don't have a guest suite. All we have is a dungeon." And they do that. John Master he has perfect comic timing, just the way he looks at him. And that pause before. Yes, I know. Take them to the dungeon.
The dungeon.
And
so
he takes them down there and tears in the dungeon, so they're reunited then. Then FT comes down there and they slip a note out to him.
Yeah, it locks them in that chamber where they're going to die because it's got a timer on it that is a very poorly built plexiglass chamber. Remember, it's the same chamber that turned
No,
into
he
them
puts them in the
tomatoes.
dungeon first. He puts them in the dungeon first where they find Tara. And then they send FT off with a note to
Oh, you're right.
tell
My
his
bad.
uncle
My bad.
Wilbur Finletter where they're at and what's going on. And FT gets there and alerts him. He breaks the glass and gets his pilot helmet, leather helmet out, and his parachute and his sword, and
Mhm.
gets the old gang back together.
Yep, the Black Lone
The
Ranger.
scuba diver, and Sam Smith, the Black Lone Ranger, yeah. Which I love it when he calls him. Sam Smith is in his apartment or in his motel room, and he's sitting there with a blonde wig on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
anyway, yeah, they go.
never explained, but
No,
Because he's
it
like on the
works.
phone, like, I'll be
I
right
don't think
there.
it needed to be.
Yeah.
he's practicing. That's
And of
all we need.
course-
He's a
But
master
yeah,
Before he
performer.
breaks, like,
they all jump on their Suzuki Quadrunners.
see that, Travis? He keeps pushing that on you. You
I
see that?
still think it's Honda. I could have swore it was Honda's.
I want to say it was Suzuki also, but
You watched
man,
it 4 times and you don't remember.
I did, but I could have
It
swore
was
I wrote
Suzuki
down
Quadrunners.
Honda LOL because I got my notes Honda LOL. But
The
anyway, go ahead.
Quadrunners, that's a Suzuki. But anyway, yeah, they all ride up on there. They have FT tied up because they don't trust him. And once they go to storm Gangrene's mansion, that's when they have Chad and George Clooney locked in there, and they're gonna turn them into tomatoes.
Yep.
And of course, Wilbur and his team fight their way in, and at the last
Finish
second,
up.
save them from
Yep.
being turned into tomatoes.
Well, if you forgot though, the furry tomato redeems himself because they got him tied up when they first get there.
yeah, and he
to the
gets loose
mansion.
and goes and distracts
Yeah.
the Wish
Yeah.
Rambo tomatoes.
Yep, and
Mhm.
attacks Wish Rambos. So yeah, so he proves
that's
himself.
right. He
to
goes
them
outside
then.
and they're chasing him around outside. That's right. Yep.
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 So he proves
And of
himself
course-
to them because they thought he was still an evil tomato, even though he's a furry tomato.
Yeah.
And they have to make it super close to that timer running out before he breaks the glass too.
Yep.
So
Well, I love how
yeah.
they do it too, because Wilbur he gets caught up in his parachute and can't find his way, and it's over the switch, and he's fighting his way out of his own parachute.
yeah.
And he finally at the last minute gets out and pulls the lever. But by this point, I think Gangrene and Igor have taken off with Tara to go to the prison to break out the press secretary, the mastermind
Yes.
behind all
The
this in the
original
original
mastermind.
attack.
Yep.
Yeah, which you also thought
Now-
was dead, like Sam Smith.
Did they have the same actor for him as in the original?
No, that guy was
Okay,
not acting anymore.
Didn't think it was.
This guy was a comedian, a stand-up comedian who was just getting into acting, and he also stars as not a different character as the main character, one of the main characters in the next film, Killer Tomatoes Strike
okay.
Back. He plays a cop in it,
Cool.
but kind of weird, but oh well. But yeah, so they get to the prison to break him out. Gangrene turns like 6 tomatoes into Rambo guys and has them knock down the door to the prison.
Oh my goodness, it was
with-
more than that. It was what, at least a dozen, wasn't it? It was a shit ton of
I
them.
think it was just 6. I don't know. They were big guys. But
Yeah.
but yeah, we get the epic fight scenes here. Not really, but
Not really. the Mexican standoff, where they're all sitting there, and there's like you said, 6 of them, and then you got the Lone Ranger sitting there with his toy pistols, and then you got the parachute man sitting there with his 1911, and I don't think the damn scuba diver guy even had a gun, did he?
I don't remember. I don't think so. No.
And
No.
and FT saves the day. He sees a light switch and turns the lights off, and then you get the big gunfire in the dark, and then it comes back on, and then Gangrene's like, hey, wait a minute. and there's tomato paste everywhere. And you
Everywhere,
got-
yeah.
Yeah, and you got the, our fly boy sitting there is like, yeah, I still got it,
Mhm.
But the problem was, though, all the Rambos had Uzis and AK-47s, which, yeah. I would have wanted to have been on their
Yeah.
side if that would have really happened. But anyway,
Well, remember all the movies from the 70s to the 90s, all the bad guys were bad shots
true.
because that was the decade
Well,
of
like
like the
stormtroopers,
single
yeah.
heroes.
Yeah, even in Star Wars, look at the stormtroopers,
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. So it doesn't matter if they're in an 8-foot wide hallway or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we get another little chase scene going, and then Gangrene locks the pretty tomato. That's one we'll call her, the pretty tomato,
In the gas chamber.
in the gas chamber.
In the gas chamber.
And then another fight scene happens. And then I don't remember what happened on with all this. All I remember is confetti starts coming down.
Oh, remember, it's a callback to
Yeah.
the start of the show when they're on the
that's right.
the late night TV
Yeah,
show where they
yeah.
said you have whoever says the secret word to win the big prize on the late night show
which is
the
up
word
to
the.
$9. Yeah, and it's up to $9.20 if I remember, wasn't it?
Hey, that was
But,
a lot of money in the late 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I bought a lot of
Yeah,
McDonald's.
you could have. You could have got a 6-pack of beer and 2 movie rentals with that back then.
And
yeah.
if you smoked, that was almost like 8 packs of cigarettes back then.
Yeah.
About $1 a pack back then, $1.25.
Yeah.
The good old days, yeah.
Yep.
And but yeah, she's in the gas chamber. They
Oh,
The fight scene, they're winning, and then Igor pulls out the hand grenade
yes,
and pulls the pin, and FT makes the jump.
jumps
for
on the
it
hand grenade. Yeah,
and jumps on the hand
Which-
grenade and saves everybody.
which it comes after this comes the most
Except
classic
for Tara.
line in this movie. Yeah, because Gangrene pulls the lever on the gas chamber and she's getting gassed, and they can't open it because they'll get gassed too. And which the lever says gas chamber lever, but and then they're still playing up the physical comedy because she's got her hand on the window of the gas chamber, sliding it
Yep.
down, and Chad
He
puts his
does
up
too.
there, and she just keeps putting her hand back up there again and again. I mean, the physical comedy of this film is just spot on. And George Clooney happens to look over his shoulder, and there's a freaking inside the switch. It says, "Sign said, remove all gas from chamber and make it safe to open door." or something to that extent.
yeah.
So he
I
hits
forgot
that.
about part.
Yeah, just totally in detail what it does. And like I said, FT jumps on the grenade, big explosion. You think FT's dead, but he comes crawling out from under the rubble, and
But that's one thing they should have
when
changed.
the phone ring. That's how it all got kicked off because they had Igor had the grenade out and had to get broke up. The phone ring, and Gangrene's like, "Aren't you going to get that?" And so he answers the phone, and it's the talk show host, and
Yeah.
he says, "Like, who
Then
the
the
hell are
confetti
you?"
comes down.
That's right, you got it. The is the secret word.
Yep. Yeah, the confetti. But there's one thing I would have changed in this. All right, FT jumps, the little furry tomato jumps on the grenade and saves the day. But when he comes out, he's still furry. He's still got the green thing. Should have they not made it? Because there's fur all over the walls. There's everything everywhere. When she's like, she gets out of the gas chamber, she's like, oh no, the gas chamber changed me. It only kills vegetables. It doesn't kill humans or some shit like that. So she's going to stay in her human form since she got gassed from the gas chamber somehow. I don't know how this
Yeah,
works.
very convenient. And
Yeah, but the gas chamber is designed to kill humans, but somehow it only kills vegetables in this. But anyway, so but I would have made FT come out as, he was a furry tomato. So it blew all the fur off of him and he comes out as a shiny tomato after he jumped on the grenade and it blew all the fur off of him. It's the only thing I thought they missed on that I thought they should have changed.
come on, the fuzzy tomato was adorable.
Yeah, but he jumped on a grenade and there's fuzz all over the walls. And that was a lot of fuzz.
Well,
That should have been
yeah,
the
but you
end
know
of
the reason
FT.
they did the fuzzy tomato, right?
Was
It
that?
was marketing. They were going to sell a plush toy, and that's actually real. They
yeah,
wanted to
and I
sell
could not
Plus choice.
find it because
I saw
I
an
was going to
interview. Well, I
buy
saw an
one.
interview, and they said that they couldn't sell it. He said the director said I almost sold one, but a 4-year-old little girl called me, wanted to buy one, but her dad took the phone away from her before I could close the deal.
See, I was going to try to find one of them, and if it was $30, I was going to get one so I could have it for.
Oh
the
yeah,
show.
I'd love to have one for
Right.
yeah.
And I can't find them. It's like they don't exist. And then I was going to make one, and yeah, I didn't have time. So I was just going to get like some. I was going to get like some red furry shit and glue to a regular tomato and make one so I could sit here, but our Dollar Tree and dollar store around here didn't have what I needed, so I gave up on it. So I said, well, I'm just going to do real tomatoes.
I liked how they whenever they had the confetti drop and everything, and they said, "See, we call back everything from the first scene of the movie." Or from the first scenes of the movie, and George Clooney, like in the first act when they're in the pizzeria, one of the scenes, and I forgot about it too, where he's tossing a pizza dough around and he throws it up in the air and then walks away and it never comes down. And George Clooney says,
Yeah, I
"Well, not
forgot about
everything," and then the pizza dough falls on his head.
You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I mean, that's clever writing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I mean, well, and when you compare it to the first, yeah, hugely clever. But then again, it's two different retrospectives. See, I didn't get all the comedy in the first one because I'm not a 70s baby. I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah.
So I got all the comedy in this one. And I got the callbacks to the original, even though I'd never seen the original before we did the show on it. And that's the thing, like Cody said, that it was cleverly written to where you understood everything they did on this film. So in the other one, like I'd have to go back and research history back then to understand all the puns and jokes, like where you and Paul get them completely. But yeah,
Well,
this film,
yeah, and I agree. You know, being the 70s kid right here and seeing the first one actually in the theater, right? You're right. I mean, the first one is our tomato. You know, that's what we grew up seeing, right? The second one to us would be more like eye candy. Like it had the 80s feel, it had the hot girls, you know, the big breasted girls, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Going to the beach.
Exactly, yeah.
And see, and me and Cody, that's our original tomato is Return. Even though we didn't realize we weren't watching the first Killer Tomato movie. You know, that's what we grew up with. So, which is probably a good thing because we would have saw the first one and been pretty pissed off, especially after we've seen the second one at that age, anyway. But yeah, all these movies are fun.
Oh yeah.
Hell, guys, should we rate it? Let's go ahead.
Oh,
hey, we gotta.
Yep. Go ahead, Z.
I like these kind of movies because I love the corny, knee slapping type comedy, like the movie Airplane, right?
Yeah.
Or Airplane.
Yeah, there's a lot of airplane type humor in this.
Yeah, Naked Gun, you know, movies like that. That's a Top Secret. You know, it's Val Kilmer. I love movies with that corny comedy that is so far from reality, it's ridiculous, but it's funny. You know?
And during the 80s, even, you saw so many of these cheesy, silly comedies that were trying to imitate Airplane that the comedy just doesn't, it falls flat. And this movie, almost every time, gets it right.
Yeah, well, the 80s was 3 sets of movies. You had the comedy like that. You had the lone heroes, one guy against thousands of army guys that seemed to survive, never got shot, right? And then you also had like the what's a good way to put it? Yeah, you had the slash. Well, so I'd say 4 movies. Yeah, you have the slasher, and then you just had like the everybody copying certain ones and trying to put them all together. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a good example, the movie Student Bodies.
Yep.
Right, picked on the slashers. You know, with the horse head bookends and stuff. Yeah, that was a great one. If you guys haven't covered that one, that's a good one to cover.
We'll definitely have to do that in the near future.
Yeah, Student Bodies with the breather. Okay.
Has been forever since I've seen that one.
Yes.
Matter of fact,
but I still to this day
with my dad.
The breather. Yes. Cody looks confused.
Write it down. So
I'm trying to remember it.
It is a
I know I've
just
seen
a
it.
great
I
comedy. Yeah.
remember bits and pieces. I think they covered that one on USA Up All Night too.
They probably did.
I'm
See, like to give
pretty
you
sure
one
they
scene of that
did.
movie, the killer's in the
they
house.
did. Oh, they did. Because
Yeah.
I remember Gilbert covered that one, not Rhonda.
Okay.
Because I remember Gilbert impersonated the breather. Yeah.
All these
But-
stairs.
Yeah. But Gilbert impersonated it, so you know how it was when he done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like,
I
Cody-
remember it now.
There's a scene in the movie where the killer's in the house and he opens up this roll top desk and you see like a knife, you see a gun, you see like a hammer, and then you see like paper clips, right? And he's putting his hand over the knife and he goes, nah, the knife, the gun, nah. And then finally he grabs a paper clip and he goes, yeah, yeah. And that's what he kills the person with, the paper clip.
Now, I think I saw this one on basic cable. So you watch it like on back in the VHS days, this one would have had a lot of titties in it. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, yes. And every time
Okay,
somebody
yeah.
died, they had a body count. It'd go bing, bing, bing with how many people died by that point. It's straight comedy.
Yeah, we've definitely got to cover that one because I remember him.
Nope, we lost him.
Yep. Trav, we can't hear
We
you.
lost Travis. No volume on Travis.
I'll be back. I'm trying to be decent and cover it while I'm peeing.
Oh, okay.
That's
You know what we'll do
only
then?
only in the
Okay, I'm
Backwoods.
back.
I was just going to say, while we're waiting, give you some 80s music.
See, I kind of like, when I set a tomato over my screen, it kind of just gives it that red tint. It works pretty good.
Okay.
Instead of the basement. See, you can get the basement,
A motion picture
or you can get the red tint.
Sorry.
But anyway, when it comes to Return of the Killer Tomatoes, one more thing before we rate it I wanted to bring up was how awesome the ending was. They have the big product placement ending where they're all wearing their Pepsi Cola hats. Even FT's got a Pepsi Cola hat on. They're celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
Finletter
Forgot
doing it
about that.
again. And Tara and Chad hop in his little convertible and drive off into the sunset happily ever after. Not before she smiles, takes a bite of toast, and her eyes flash tomato red for a second, which was a nice little callback to earlier in the film. And then it goes back to the late night TV show. And the host is like, "Thank God that stinker's over." And he says, "Hey, let's watch that big best that the other movie." And so they put Resting Girls Go to the Beach. Except now,
Take their tops
except-
off.
except now it's George Clooney. It's Big Breasted Tomatoes Go to the Beach, and George Clooney's running out with his blonde tomato lady, and
Yep.
presumably a whole harem of other tomato women.
And
Which
could
that
you really
was
blame him?
No.
I mean, he had to know his career was going nowhere, so yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And at that point, his biggest highlight was the Golden Girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you hear a lot of screaming and gunshots and shit, and it pans back to the studio, and both the hosts are dead. They're all bloodied and dead, and here's two militant carrots standing there with machine guns. I'm like, yes!
I forgot about
Yeah.
the carrots. Yeah.
The carrots.
They did a callback to the carrots. But, they could have done a spinoff on the carrots. And I understand why
Yes.
they didn't. I mean, it would be very hard to create this movie, but I would have watched it.
Yeah,
Maybe we should
yeah,
do
I'd have been
it.
on board.
Yeah.
Backwoods carrots.
Yeah, just a
Sorry
whole
about
bunch
that.
of different produce, eggplants,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Trav,
Cucumbers.
I'm pretty sure that's a category on Pornhub.
I was about to say backwoods carrots. Yeah, that sounds a little iffy nowadays. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Damn it. We missed it.
But
Okay.
shall we rate this turkey, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes, we should. Well, let's let our guest start. How would you rate it, Z?
How many PBRs do you give it?
Oh, okay. What was the limit of PBRs again? Was it 4? Or how
However
many did
many
you
you
get?
want. However many
How
it
many you want?
takes.
Well, it's how
Well-
many beers PBRs it takes you to get through the film.
Okay.
So,
all right. Okay, I remember
The
now.
lower the better, the higher the worse, unless you're having a good time with it. So, yeah, the
I
rating
would
And you want to
really
drink
doesn't
more
matter.
beer.
It's how you
Till
see
the
fit.
shower scene 1. After the shower scene 4.
I like this rating.
Yeah.
You fit right in, my friend.
Yeah, because it
You,
didn't
you
take
are an
much to
official
entertain me up to that
Backwoods
point.
member.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Code, how would you rate it?
You know, I've got to go pretty low on this too. Like I said, I actually don't think I want to drink anything till after the shower scene, because that I wasn't drinking anything the first time I watched it. Surprisingly enough,
get
you
it.
know, and by the time I was
You wanna-
12, 13, you know, I was already drinking by then.
You want to hit it sober. That way, after you're done, you can get a buzz and go back to it again and then finish, right? Again.
Yeah. But after the shower scene, you know, I'll drink maybe 3 more, because
Yeah.
1 before, 3 after, because I catch this movie's so well put together, and there's every time I watch it I catch something. Like I said, it's supposed to be a bad cheese fest, and it's just a really well-written, multi-layered script that has
Instead of a bad cheese fest, it's a
Wait.
fun cheese fest.
yeah, it has way more layers to it than any movie like this should have, and for some reason that works, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I love it still the same. So yeah, I'm going to give it 4 PBRs total, and I will this one, now that I've watched it again a couple times for the show, and I hadn't watched it, oh God, probably in over 25 years, which I used to watch it all the time as
Mhm.
and wear out the VHS in a certain spot, as you know, as in my teens. But yeah, this one is going to go in my regular rotation now. I'll watch it at least yearly, if not more.
Same here.
And I will
Yeah,
pick up the Arrow Blu-ray.
This is one of them that I'm glad we revisited, but it'd be one of them I would be scared to because of my fond memories of it, because so many
Oh,
of them
same
don't
here,
hold
same
up
here.
now
Yeah,
since I'm older.
Exactly.
But this one still holds up. I mean, it's done good enough. I got to
Not
give
only
it
does
6.
it hold up, I still like the things I liked about it as a teenager, but I
Exactly.
notice so much more about it now that I like.
Yeah. I've got to give it 6, but not as a bad 6. I got to give it. I want a buzz when I watch it.
Wait,
I
how
have
many
so much
before the
fun with it.
shower and how many after?
Can I do shots before the shower? Because I feel like I need a stiff drink before the shower.
As
Just
long
a
as they're
couple
shots
shots.
with V8.
Well, okay. I got my little shot glass, and then I got
Okay.
a Miracle Grow stick sitting in there to start.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that should
Are you
do it.
drinking it through the
Okay.
Miracle Grow stick, or are you just using
No,
it
it
to stir?
dissolves it dissolves too quick. So you just
Okay.
you turn it up and do shooters. Yeah. So yeah, I'm giving it 6 because I want 6 beers if I'm watching it by myself or I'm watching it with friends. I have just as much fun with this one with a whole group of people, or I can watch it by myself and enjoy it. But I like to have a little bit of a buzz going, but I don't have to drink it all to enjoy this one too. But yeah, I got to give it a fun 6 PBRs, not a 6 to get through it. So
Okay.
yeah, our rating system varies very, very.
But-
It's kind of
But
like
you did notice that we're all pretty close on this week.
we are. I mean, this is just a really fun film.
Yeah, and sadly a forgotten gem of the '80s. I mean, it's a shame that this isn't revered like so many of the other great '80s comedies.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know, and
Yeah.
it really gives you a fondness for tomatoes. It really does. I
Honestly,
just gotta
I was
find
having. Oh,
the
sorry.
right
I'm sorry.
chemical. I just gotta find the right chemical and the right song, and then we're gonna have a special featurette on the Backwoods Horror.
Have you tried Big Breasted Girls Go to the Beach?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Actually, you know which one he has to use? He has to use this one.
Boy, am I glad you're
Touch me there.
Whoa,
He's got a.
something's happening. Something's
See?
happening. Something's happening. Uh-oh. Oh, damn, that one committed suicide. Oh, next song.
You have to paint your face like a mime too while you're playing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're missing.
That's the key
Wait
ingredient.
a minute. That should have worked. Yep, there.
So
Yeah, there's a Michael Myers mask right there. That's close enough, isn't it?
So if the tomato is dead, that's a crime scene now, right?
Uh-oh. Yep. Wait.
Yeah.
I've got
Next
the lead
on
investigator.
NCIS Backwoods.
I got the lead investigator right here. So
I'm just wondering, in the backwoods, does Miracle grow like a cheap backwoods Viagra?
Oh no, we've got meth
Miracle
grow.
grow?
We've got meth grow. Yeah. You can take it orally, you can sprinkle it on, or just let it soak in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we used chia seeds up here from Chia,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Yep.
Those got mixed. Well, see, we had some of those, but they got mixed in with a batch of crabs, and yeah, it didn't work out well. Yep.
See, if
Turned into an infestation.
If I wasn't blocked in, I could make you guys crack up big time because I do have a big jar of chia seeds. So. Chia. Did Cody freeze? Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, there he is. His
No.
internet's a little slow.
No, not yet.
He was doing the ventriloquist thing again. He's just like, chia.
You know what's bad, Cody? He had a tornado come right through his hometown, and his internet never skipped a beat. And you've cut out
warning
2 or
and
3
nothing,
times, and you got we've got nice weather out here and everything. You really got to upgrade to Musknet.
Starlink, Edon.
Yep.
Well,
Edon.
one thing you guys don't know about, I'm Steve. I gotta have toys. So like I've got the 1 gig, 1,000 megabyte internet, the big fast super one. That's what I have.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all cable. Yeah.
Oh,
Mine's through the phone company.
Shit. Mine's all satellite. I got Musknet. I got Starlink.
Does yours get interrupted when there's a bad storm? Just like satellite
TV? No, nothing like satellite. It's got to be a bad storm. I'm talking
bad. Okay.
I've had it for how long have we been doing this, Code? 1.5 years, 2 years?
Yeah, about 1.5 years.
Okay, about 1.5 years, and I've only had it interrupted twice from bad storm. It was a really, really heavy snow shower, and the other one was a really, really bad storm. And that is the only 2 times I've ever had internet issues at all. And I'm not griping at all where we live because we're out in the middle of nowhere. Because I can't get hardline out here at all.
Okay.
So, and dude, this stuff is good enough. I can be online gaming. My boys can be online gaming. My daughter can be playing on her tablet. My wife can be streaming something, and everything works fine all at the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Cody, did you freeze or you reading something? Uh-oh.
No, I was reading the news.
Okay. Well, shall we go to news from the holler? Because I got a couple little tidbits to throw in there.
Ooh, I'm glad you do.
All right. First off, are any one of you Robert De Niro fans?
When he does the mob movies.
Okay. As far as acting, he's one of my favorite actors. I just wish he would shut the fuck up and stay an actor. Really. But in his politics, he's a dumbass. But Robert De Niro went to Guy Fieri's restaurant, and Guy happened to be there. Guy Fieri kicked him out of his restaurant and told him, go dine in some woke place. I thought that fit our news from the holler. I really did.
Yeah.
And De Niro said, "Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?"
Yeah, because De Niro is one of my favorite old-fashioned actors, but he just needs to shut the fuck up and stay with acting like so many of them do. And another one I got. Arnold has provided an update on King Conan.
Really?
Oh,
Okay,
dear Lord,
yes.
tell me it's happening.
He's been wanting to do this for 10 years, but get this, there's copyright issues is what's holding it up. And it's causing this delay because producer Frederick Malmberg, I think, who made the 2011 reboot, still owns the rights to the character, is the reason King Conan is not happening now.
Another fucking Victor Miller. Yeah,
Perfect. That
another
was
fucking Victor Miller
perfect,
situation.
Z.
Yep.
I love that. Yes.
I want
exactly.
to see King Conan.
I do too. With Arnold fucking
They
Schwarzenegger.
better hurry the fuck up because he ain't getting no
shit.
younger.
Yeah. And he's had heart issues too.
Oh yeah, twice now.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody, we've got to make an Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger drop out of something. That just sounds like it would fit on our show.
Stop whining.
Hey, we don't need a drop as long as we got Z on here on top of this shit.
You like
It's like when I put on there. He put him on there. You son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking perfect.
So you got here, actually, let me find it. I got a whole bunch of them here. You got
What's the matter? I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
Here you go. Oh, but here you go, Travis. This is yours.
You son of a bitch.
There you go.
I will
That's
take
yours.
that with pride.
I get
Hell
yelled at here in Wisconsin. Big Mur thinks I do way too much Schwarzenegger. You know, it's in my cartoons.
There's no such thing.
No.
I love it. It's huge online. Do you see all these videos with like animals? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is a seal. Nya, 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 and he
You're
jumps.
a fucking choir boy compared to me.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach.
Yeah.
Put the cookie down now.
I
Put
do
the
have
cookie
that.
down.
I just didn't add that, or did I? I had a bunch of them I threw in here because I thought for sure I'd be using some of these too.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Or
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I was waiting to use that tonight, but I couldn't figure a time to do it. So, but yes, but I do have put the cookie down. It's not a tumor. Yeah, a whole bunch of us. Yeah, like I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately. You know, I've got that. I can never get tired of Schwarzenegger. I can't.
Oh, same here.
Him and Stallone, always.
No, dude, I was an 80s baby. Dude, those were my action heroes I grew up watching. You know, Stallone and Schwarzenegger. And I wanted to be as big as Schwarzenegger. No, that's not going to happen unless I do some pharmaceutical shit. But anyway.
Yeah.
Eat
a lot of tomatoes.
And it's gonna go away as soon as you quit doing the pharmaceutical shit's my problem.
Yes.
So yeah. But
see, now I know your show is really huge and all these big Hollywood people are watching it. And I'm hoping the guy that owns Conan the Barbarian is watching right now and say, please give us Conan, King Conan.
Okay.
Before Schwarzenegger dies.
Yes.
I hope he's watching it too, because if Schwarzenegger dies before you release the rights, you're gonna have a lot of drunk backwoods motherfuckers knocking on your back door.
And
there we go.
Oh, I don't care.
Carrying tomatoes.
With STD infected fucking tomatoes. Yeah.
Yes.
How do you want some of that? Mm-hmm.
And you know
some of them got teeth.
That movie could still bomb, but I guarantee it will make a lot of money. Sorry.
Oh hell yeah! I'll watch it. I'll go to the theater for that one. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Anything Arnie does, I'll go see. Well, one of them that I really okay, I went and saw Maggie at the theater. Have you seen Maggie?
That's when he's got the daughter that's turning into a zombie,
Yep.
right? Yep.
Yes, and at the very beginning of it, I went to the theater, and like the first 5 minutes of them, like, oh my god, the dialogue sucks on this. I mean, it sounds so scripted. Hey, how are
Mhm.
you? I'm doing good. You know, just stuff like that. But then after that, it picks up, and it was really one of Arnold's best performances he'd
Oh
done
yeah.
in years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because what
I
would
mean,
you do
Well,
if that
yeah,
was
and
your
actually,
daughter? Yeah.
oh yeah,
it was more of a drama. Yeah, and
oh yeah.
it it was cool seeing him step out of his comfort zone, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
of doing
Oh
just
yeah.
straight action and
Oh,
actually
and
do
yeah,
like a slow
you
burn
know,
drama.
yeah, and
See,
that part where she comes down the stairs when she's turning and he's laying in his recliner asleep. It's like, oh shit,
and then he looks
and
at her and
then
says,
she comes
Stop it!
down and
Stop it! No.
get to the chopper.
yes.
You lack discipline.
Yes. See, now, if you remember when that movie came out, there was another one he did. That's the one where his family dies in a plane crash.
Yes, I've got that one. I've got it
That
on
was pretty good too.
Blu-ray, I think. Yes, it was.
And all he wants is them to apologize and
Yes,
acknowledge that they
that's
messed up.
all he wants.
Yeah.
And they don't apologize, so he cuts their fucking throats, which
So yeah,
any decent man would do. Yeah.
he goes after him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's actually Aftermath. Was it Aftermath?
Aftermath. Yeah, I
Aftermath,
think it was.
yep.
Yeah, Aftermath. Yep.
It was good. Yep. Really good.
But those were
Yeah,
some of his first ones coming back from being in politics, though, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember watching that one because he fakes as being some of the people going to look for, at the plane crash, they're taking
Mhm.
volunteers. So he tells them he's somebody else and has a fake ID so he can get in there, and he finds his wife and daughter
Yeah.
in that plane crash. Could you imagine doing that? It's just, it's like a gut twister.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. No, that'd be tough.
And then finding out it was because the airline's incompetence is the reason the plane crashed,
Mhm.
And then that's all he's looking for is an apology. He doesn't want money. They offer
Yeah.
him all kinds of money. He just wants an apology. And nobody will give him an apology. So he's like, fuck it. I kill you all. I kill the predator.
Yeah.
I kill your pussy asses too.
So now you just
Yeah.
Get some steam up in it.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you remember
Yeah,
when I
very good
promised to
movie.
kill you last? I
A
lied.
very overlooked movie in my opinion too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the closest you're
I've
going to
seen
get to him
I've
doing
seen bits
anything
and
but
paint
acting.
pieces, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent to watch.
It is. It's a good movie.
Because, to this point, we're so used to seeing him be the single guy that kicks everybody's ass in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And he's unstoppable. He's right like this, but in
Mhm.
these, he's actually got dialogue. He's acting. He's showing sincerity. He's showing remorse, sadness for loss. Yeah. I mean, you believe his character. He just lost his family, and he's torn up,
Yeah.
and you believe it. Yeah.
Well, I liked his Netflix series too, Fubar. It was fun.
I haven't seen any of those yet.
Dude, it's good.
I've seen
It's
the first
fun.
episode, and I liked it. I just haven't got back around to watching the rest of it.
After I watched the first one, I was hooked. And he is right. He always wanted to do a follow-up to True Lies, but
Mhm.
Big Hollywood never would back it and never would do it. And this is the closest thing he could get to doing it. And he is right. And it is good. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Is it groundbreaking? No. Is it something we haven't seen before? No. But it's entertaining. It's good. It's
Yeah.
worth a watch.
It's Arnie being Arnie.
Yeah, it's nothing that I
exactly.
would want to buy the series and own the physical copy. But
Stop it!
I'll watch it. Exactly. But I'll watch it, if it stays on a streaming service, I'll watch it probably once every 2 or 3 years.
You lack discipline.
It's worth the watch. I do actually.
You son of a bitch.
That's my favorite one.
That's got to be Trav's drop from now on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it from Backwoods to the son of a bitch.
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
Jenny.
All right, Cody, do you have any news? Because that is
More news.
all I got.
Just Mike Flanagan is now not only officially taking over the Exorcist franchise for Blumhouse. It's not even going to be a sequel to Exorcist Believer. They are completely scrapping that trilogy because Believer so underperformed, which I'm a little sad. I haven't seen it, but they did get back. They got back Ellen Burstyn and Reagan, the girl who played Reagan, Linda Blair. They got both of them back for Believer, and I would like because it wouldn't be the first time that Flanagan has revived a franchise. You know, the first Annabelle didn't do that great, and then he came in and did Annabelle 2, and it did much better. It was a much better film, and I'm trying to think what else. What else is he coming in? There's another franchise he's coming into.
I'm hoping they do.
But anyway, yeah, he's a very capable director.
Yeah, but
they're very quickly becoming Blumpkin House.
Yeah, because Blumhouse has kind of been leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, and I know we've talked about it before in the show, but they kind of have gone the way of Canon Films. They were known for their independent horror films.
Yeah,
original independent horror films.
Far.
And then they tried to go mainstream with the Halloween franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since that, it's just been a constant downhill. So, just like with Canon Films, you know, they had all the Chuck Norris movies and stuff, and they were doing great making these low-budget action films, making a bunch of money, and then they did Masters, had to jump in and do Masters of the Universe, which I love the film, but it didn't make money. And then Superman 4, oh my God. That was the
a dumpster
straw
fire
that broke the camel's back. Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Jason Blum is not seeing this and saying, "Hey, let's stick to what we do best."
I figure he's made his profit and he doesn't give a shit anymore, to tell you the truth.
Oh, the Halloween trilogy, it made money, but it also pissed off a lot of fans.
Hey, and I've got some Hollywood news for you that'll piss you off.
Oh, yeah?
They gave the green light to remake Back to the Future. Yeah.
Who are they going to get to be Marty McFly and Doc? That was my only thing.
I don't know, but you got to figure. Big Mur made a comment that I agreed with. He goes, you got to figure when that came out in the 80s, 30 years prior to that was the 50s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now if they made one with today's dates, that would be the 90s he goes back to.
True.
Yeah, fuck the 90s. I didn't even like the 90s, and I was a teenager then.
Yeah,
I wasn't a big fan of them either.
Yeah, I got divorced in the beginning of the 90s.
I was a preteen. Early 90s, I was a teenager, but...
So, to me, them redoing Back to the Future is like somebody trying to redo The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
you just
or Jaws even. It's one of those movies you don't touch.
Yeah.
What are they? Holy shit! The DeLorean is going to turn into a Fiero.
Oddly, I'm okay with that aspect.
Yeah.
I kind of am too. Only if they do the Lamborghini Countach cover up on it.
Yeah. It's going to be a Fiero or an IROC Z.
And it's not that it leaves flames when it goes. It's like when they get to where they're
it's on fire. It's
fucking
on fire.
Like the Fieros did.
It's
they got to put it out. Yeah. They got to put it out, or they're stuck in time. Yeah. Shit. Oddly, we come up with a really great. We need to call Blumhouse. They'll hire our asses.
Yeah,
I'm sure they can fuck this one up too.
Because Cody, you mentioned it too. You don't fuck with the movies that are perfect. I mean, Back to the Future, in my opinion, that first one is a perfect movie. They can't make it any better than what they did. That was perfect.
I agree.
And I mean, how lucky were we in our lifetimes to be able to witness a movie that's perfect like that?
Yep. Very few of them.
Yeah, and they're going to ruin that. I mean, you hear the stories. Oh, they're going to redo Smokey and the Bandit. They're going to redo Adventures in Babysitting. I'm hearing too.
Oh,
and it's like, why?
Oh, and
what I'm scared.
They've already done. BET did. Don't tell the mom the babysitter did.
I did see that. Yes. It's bad. It's
tell you what really, I'm scared of is
Hollywood has run out of ideas.
They're going to remake Smokey and the Bandit. It's going to be a woke Smokey and the Bandit.
Exactly. And I, to this day, I'll go to my grave saying you cannot redo that movie because Jackie Gleason made that movie. Not Burt Reynolds. Jackie Gleason made that movie. And you can't replicate what Gleason did.
To me, it was just the whole ensemble cast was perfect. It was lightning in a bottle. I hate to use that cliche so much, but that movie
Sally
was
Field, Burt Reynolds, Jackie Gleason.
But I will say, you take Gleason out of there, it wouldn't have been as big.
Jerry Reed.
No. Well, just like Jerry Reed, you don't have Jerry Reed, you ain't got a snowman. I'm sorry, I don't care who you get to play the snowman. If it ain't Jerry Reed, it was
kind of like in Smokey and the Bandit 3 when they tried to have Jerry Reed as the bandit. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop it.
Arnold put it best.
Exactly. That movie was a major dumpster fire.
Yep.
That was horrible. And just for Burt Reynolds to come back in that very ending, too. Just, no.
Mm-hmm.
They should have stopped after the first movie. Done. Over with.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah. But there's my Hollywood news. Sorry to put you guys on a bad note and make you feel horrible for the end of it.
Oh, you're good.
So
at our age, we're starting to feel horrible all the time anyway.
But say you've been on this show before. You know how we roll. You're good.
Yeah. Well, true. But we were having such
I broke
a good
some
time
ribs
laughing about tomatoes and talking about
last
boobies
week. So
yeah. I survived a tornado while I was on with you guys tonight. So good.
Yeah. So it's a sign. A tornado was heading right for your town, and right when you started podcasting with us, it turned and went around. See, it's a sign.
See, I'll bet you it took the same course like the last one. So, like, to give you an idea, looking at the camera right now, I'm looking north in my house, okay? The tornado would have come from the southwest, you guys, coming from Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
The backwoods, you guys send that crap to us. Came up, just hit the upper, like, northwest corner of the county, went just north of me. That's exactly the route the last one took. And I guarantee that's where it was this time, too.
Damn.
Well, it come down to our part of the country, and it picked up too many needles, and it was poking it, so it headed up north.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. It comes down here and gets a little bit of that meth air and fuels it harder and sends it up north.
It does. Yes. But yeah, otherwise there's news. I don't have anything else for you guys. I had to bring up the Back to the Future stuff.
Just that In a Violent Nature. In a Violent Nature did pretty well. I guess it's opening weekend for a low-budget independent slasher. It made a little over $2 million at the box office, which with a limited release, which ain't bad. I'm anxious to see it. I'm hearing pretty good reviews on it. So
I'm hearing mixed reviews.
Yeah,
it's going to be the closest thing we're going to get to another Friday the 13th film. I'm pretty sure. So
probably
I'll give it a shot.
And as far as a nice topic, I saw the new Jim Henson biography that just came out.
Oh, yeah. You said you were going to want to watch that. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a Ron Howard directed it. Great. It's outstanding. I recommend it highly.
See, and now in this episode, we come full circle and come back around because Return of the Killer Tomatoes was made because of the Muppet Baby, Jim Henson's Muppet Babies episode featuring the Killer Tomatoes.
Ah, good. Good.
Huh,
Oh,
we
hey,
had went
and a
full
little
circle.
entertainment news, which has some sports in it. The Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight postponed.
It's postponed, yeah.
They're saying
Mikey
it
had
probably won't happen
a
until February next year or so.
Mikey had a health
Some
crisis
some
on
ulcer thing,
Shit.
yeah.
Well,
So
you can kind of understand that at his age. I mean, damn it, he was supposed to back
I
off
got
on the
ulcer.
coke for a while, but
yeah,
he was supposed to back off on the coke for a while, but damn it, Mike.
yeah,
All right, well,
yeah.
hopefully it'll still be
And
on
shit.
Netflix, so we can all still catch it.
I was cutting trees off the driveway after the tornado last weekend. Well, you were down Saturday. Sunday, after the Sunday morning after the tornado came through, I was a big tree fell across my grandparents' driveway, and then I was cutting it off, and I caught a branch right to the fucking chest, and I got a couple of
shit.
cracked ribs, and it's not
Oh,
pleasant.
no shit.
Yeah, I don't
Damn.
walk shit off like I used to.
No,
No.
I almost feel bad about punching you in your cracked ribs that one time. I don't feel bad about it, but I almost do.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
well, like me. I'm at that age. I crack a rib. I'm in the hospital for a week. That's
I may end up there yet. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
and
Damn.
and with aching bodies.
I try not to laugh or breathe.
Better, Murr.
So you been able to work this week, or?
Yeah, I went today and was running the shovel, and wow,
Ah.
I
yeah, that's rough.
had a hard time catching my breath. I'll put it that way.
Oh, I imagine.
I didn't think it was that bad at first because that's been a week ago now, over a week ago, and the
Rib done heal
bruisings
quick.
mostly went away. The bruisings mostly went away, but it's it's
That's gotta
this
be
morning
hard
I
when
was getting.
hard when you breathe in, right?
Oh yeah, it's like you got to fight to breathe. But
Mm.
I wasn't going to miss the show tonight though. But I was getting my youngest daughter off her top bunk this morning. She was half awake, flailing her legs around, and she kicked. Oh, I went to my knees.
Oh. Yeah. Ribs are tough.
It was rough.
Damn, I didn't know you'd done that. I didn't know there was a tree across Granddad's drive. You should have hollered at me. I'd come out there and help cut it out.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. We pulled tobacco down there. I cut up
Well,
the bad part. I
apparently
cut
it
up all the
was.
tree and loaded it off. Well, they got a big branch on top that fell down, and it was sitting on top of their little storage shed there next to their carport.
Yeah.
But it was just sitting down there with a big part on the roof, and it caved in the roof a little bit. And I started to trim it up, and it rolled off the roof, and I was just trimming it up, and my dad was running the backhoe, and he had it holding the limb up so it wouldn't roll
Kick back.
over on me. And the son of a bitch, it rolled around the bucket and come down, and I'm standing there, and I got limbs all around my feet, so I can't move anyway. But it happened so quick. It comes around, the piece I cut off that was about 3 inches around, just swung around the bucket and just nailed me right in the center of the chest. And
Damn.
yeah. And I caught my breath, and I thought, I'll be fine. But Jesus Christ, now I can't. Yeah, anytime I reach above my shoulders, or anytime I do anything to move any of the muscles in my chest, it's a son of a bitch.
That
See,
sucks.
at
Well, I
our
hope
age,
you feel better soon.
Good time.
at our age, you made the fatal mistake.
I hope so.
Anytime you say, I'll be fine, or I can walk it off, yeah, you're going to hurt for a month.
Yeah, I'm past that age. Yeah,
Yep.
but not to end on a down note, but
Yeah.
but it happens. If you're watching us, you guys are probably around the same age group or older. So, and if you're not, enjoy being young and take
Yes.
better care of yourself.
Yeah. Hey, and before we go, shout out to Grandpa. Paul, feel better.
Oh, yeah.
Big Murr.
Get better,
And
Grandpa.
and Big Murr,
Yep.
we hope to have you on very soon.
Yes,
I
sir.
know he wanted to be here tonight, but if he didn't do it, there's something really wrong if he didn't do it. Because it's not much to just sit and actually do this, but he must have really been hurting not to be able to sit and do it,
Oh, yeah, but if you're in pain, though, yeah, it'd be rough.
Yeah. And then I'm sure he would have heard me doing
Stop it!
stuff like this with Schwarzenegger, and he would have got irritated. So
He would have got
irritated,
irritated, and he would have got to the chopper and got out of here. Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yes.
But
Well, guys,
anyway, Steve, thank you a million for joining us for another one of these. It's been a blast.
Oh yeah,
I've had so much fun with these two movies, especially this one.
I have too.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for having me on again. Definitely.
Yeah, anytime. Open invite anytime, sir.
Yeah.
We've had a blast, and we try to every episode. Like I said, this is all about having a good time, and taking a walk down memory lane. And I think we pulled both of those off pretty well this time. So,
hey, and you know what? This is 2 episodes with you guys, and I've had a blast on both of them. You guys are good people. So that's
thank you.
Anytime you want me to come in and be a guest, I will be here. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to it.
And I'll still have those goofy sound effects, the goofy backgrounds for you. So
perfect.
I would expect no less.
Yes, and I am going to work on that General Lee thing I was telling you about. So,
awesome.
Yes.
Sounds good.
So,
hell yeah.
So I guess until next time, folks. I don't know what we're going to do next. I don't even know whose pick it is.
It's my pick.
It's
and I hate to get off the tomato thing, but I'm thinking I want to cover Late Night with the Devil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 100% on board for that.
You sure you don't want this?
Oh, I'm always up for that. But yeah,
we always have time for that. Yes.
Yeah.
I like John DeBello, the director. In an interview, they asked him if they would have offered you the funding to do that movie, would you? He said, "Hell yes."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, and Travis, before I leave here with you guys, one more time for you, buddy.
You son of a bitch.
There you go.
I love it.
So,
thanks,
everybody, until next time, keep it creepy.
Amazing!